All right, welcome back to the Drop in the Bucket podcast. Thank you so much for being another Drop in the Bucket this week with us. My name is Chandler.
I'm George.
I'm Reed.
And I'm Big Abe.
All right, today we are hopping into what I think is probably my most anticipated episode so far in our podcast because George is about to get into his continued watching and a milestone has been accomplished. And we are going to spend a significant chunk of this episode diving into what is probably me, Reed, and Abiel's one of our favorite shows of all time. Is that safe to say?
100%.
One of, okay. We can say one of. We're also going to be hopping into a review of Minions and Monsters. We watched that about an hour and a half ago. And we're going to also get into some House of the Dragon talk before we get into some games. So we're just going to start with our continue watching, just like every week. What are we up to? What are we watching, reading, playing? What's something you're enjoying right now? So, anybody want to start off?
Let's get Big Abe to start. He hasn't been on in a while.
Oh, Return of the King, by the way. Can everybody comment W in the comments on Spotify, YouTube?
We're so back. But as far as continued watching, to kind of match my pace with Reed, I am rewatching and properly finishing Attack on Titan.
Peak.
I only got up to like season 2 halfway until like in middle school they got rid of my anime site, but we're watching now. First season, honestly, so incredible. I guess we can talk about that more when we wrap it up. But
That's great.
forgot how good it was, how much goes on.
So good.
Mikasa's backstory, bro. I totally forgot about that as well. But we'll chop most of that up. House of Dragon, obviously, first 3 episodes. Hopefully, the rest of the season's as good. And as far as games, I've been locked in on Minecraft, man. Making a kingdom out there. We got these new. So I play Bedrock, but we have these 2 add-ons, which is like the Naturalist with all the animals, like the real world. We got the Sahara, all that stuff, and then dragons.
Nice.
So I'm so excited that we got dragons, and
You're
I've
in
been
that
having lots
Westeros
of fun.
mindset, bro.
Literally, bro.
Dude,
We're gonna make that kingdom.
I'm a Bedrock defender. I really am.
It's peak, but it has
I
issues.
defend all Minecraft. I don't discriminate
All
Minecraft.
Minecraft needs to be defended, no matter what.
It's true.
George is the blockist.
All right, well, I can hop into mine next. In terms of games, I've slowly, up front, I was going quick. Now I'm kind of chipping along at finishing up my first Pokemon game in a long time. So I'm actually playing Pokemon Fire Red since it got remade for the Switch. And I am a good chunk of the ways into that one right now. In terms of shows, I am on the most current episode for House of the Dragon. We'll hop into that in a little bit, so I'm not going to kind of go over it right now. A couple of things that have changed, I guess, since the last episode. I work a lot outside in the summer, so I'm usually wearing earbuds or headphones, and I have been in such a music rut lately where like nothing sounds interesting. I don't want to listen to anything. I've gone through all my podcasts that I listen to, so then it's like you got to wait a week. And YouTube videos burn through my phone battery in my pocket, you know? So I have started listening to the Hobbit audiobook narrated by Andy Serkis. And I can wholeheartedly say that that is a 10 out of 10 narration. Bro, is so peak. And the reason I jumped into The Hobbit again is because I haven't read it since like middle school. And also, Magic the Gathering is coming out with a Hobbit collection next month, and so I'm super excited for that set to drop. I've already pre-ordered my stuff, and so I'm like, I need to. It's based on the book, not the movies. So I'm like, I want to hop into the book, see if there's any cards that come out. Like I'll pick up on little, subtleties and all that. Lauren and I last night, I started watching probably the one you wouldn't expect on here. We started watching that new show Off Campus, that like hockey show. I started watching that with her a little bit.
Oh,
Is it good?
The first episode's it's not bad.
I've heard that there's like straight up peen in it.
Oh, I hope not.
I mean, there's straight up
like
in House
there
of the
is.
Dragon, bro.
That's a good point. But
But I'm sure House of the Dragon is actually good.
if there is, haven't gotten there yet. I enjoyed the first episode. I think it's it's one of those cheesy just college shows.
I have a show for you.
Okay.
If you're enjoying Off Campus, it's another show about hockey. that I may or may not have seen in its
Oh.
completion, and it's called Heated Rivalry.
Bro, nah.
I watched the whole show. JP and I watched
heard
the
it's-
whole show with our gay friend.
Anything but
Guys,
Andor.
Guys, it's a good show. Genuinely, it's a good show.
Anyways, I'm gonna hop into my last 2 points. I haven't really brought this up and continue watching because I really don't consider this something I'm like actively reading or watching. But I do keep up every week with the new One Piece chapters that come out since I'm caught up to the most recent stuff. So, like every week, every 2 weeks, reading those chapters. One Piece is in a really, really good spot right now. And you can tell that those final pieces are kind of moving in place, which is a little bit sad.
Finally.
And then the very last thing, I finished Rhythm of War on my honeymoon, the 4th Stormlight book, and I got through the last little bit of Elantris, and so now I am about to hit 200 pages into the last Stormlight book. This is Wind and Truth. This is Brandon Sanderson's longest book. This is about 1,350 pages. To put in perspective, this book is longer than all 3 Lord of the Rings books in one. So it is going to take a little bit to get through, but all I can say is I've heard negative things about this book. Apparently he lore dumps a lot. Some of it's bloated, all this kind of stuff. I am thoroughly enjoying it so far. And I am actively hoping that he is not the one to kill off main characters. Being at the end of part 1 of this series, I'm a little bit nervous. So there's my continue watching. I know that was a lot of stuff to get through, but kind of been all over the place.
You're locked in.
Locked in.
George, do you want to go next?
Yes, sir. Watched Shutter Island this weekend with the fam. Have y'all seen that?
No, it's like I want to watch it so bad.
It's time, Reed. Really awesome movie. Probably, maybe my favorite Scorsese movie, and one of my favorite Leonardo DiCaprio performances. He is just insane in everything that he's in. And then on the manga front, thanks to Chandler and his Shonen Jump account that he has lent to me. Thank you so much. I've started to make use of it. And I started, after listening to the glaze that's come out online about the first 20 minutes of that first Kagurabachi episode that was showed at Anime Expo, I started the Kagurabachi manga. I'm only a few chapters into it, but the art style is so sick. And the action's awesome.
I need to do that.
Trying to get ahead of that before it's animated.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I'm only beginning it, but highly recommend. And then, as you will have seen by the title of this episode and everything, I finished Andor Season 2. So we will be diving deep into everything with that coming up later in the episode. So that's what I've been up to. Let's hear Reed.
I'm kind of surprised. I actually didn't realize Scorsese did Shutter Island. I figured that would have been like a Fincher or something. But that's crazy.
It feels like it should be.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I did not expect. I've probably heard that somewhere. I just didn't like connect that now. So I'm still dude, I'm like slowly chipping away at Spider Noir. I think I'm the only one of us who's like still watching it. I think I have two episodes left, so I'm gonna try to finish that tomorrow because I actually do really like it. It's just I've been watching other stuff, doing other stuff, so it's not really been on the forefront of my mind right now. A little bit of a surprise. I mentioned last week that I was gonna have more time because like some commitments in my life and stuff were closing, and I would have more time on my hands. I actually completely caught up on House of the Dragon.
Bro, you keep doing this.
The entire show?
Yeah, I watched season 1 and 2 over the weekend, and then I finished the newest episode. I was watching the new season 3, episode 2. I finished it the minute I refreshed the app and then the new one was out, the third one. So I
that's
watched that
wild.
Sunday night. So I'm completely caught up, and it is,
You've been
dude.
so locked in.
I've watched like the first 2 episodes, and I was like, I'm back in because I watched
Dude.
Game of Thrones, and then I stopped because I just got busy and I just kind of lost it. But now that I've caught up on this, dude, these
Doesn't
new
House of
episodes
the
are so
Dragon
good.
have such a good pilot episode? Like the first
Yeah.
episode of the show is so good. And also, I'm so glad that you've watched it now because this entire rest of the 2 hours can just be an Allison Hightower fan club meeting.
I do agree with you on some of the season 2 stuff. I think season 2 overall is okay, but I agree that some stuff is kind of like just out of the
Harrenhal
blue
stuff.
or a little extra. Yeah,
Cut out Harrenhal and it's a good season.
But I still enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I don't think I've been reading anything else. I haven't really caught up anymore on like Mistborn or anything. I haven't really been playing any games. I finished season 1 of Attack on Titan.
Let's go.
Yo!
Dude's chugging along at these shows.
And I finished season 2.
Talk about it.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh!
dang!
Don't do
And I
this,
finished
bro.
season 3.
Oh my!
And I'm on episode 11 of the 4th season.
Are you serious right now?
I knew you were gonna do this
crap.
again, bro. I knew you were gonna. I had a.
He was sitting there at the movie today. We're sitting there about to watch Minions, and he's like, "When does Attack on Titan start to like connect pieces?" And I'm like, "Well, you get a big lore dump at the end of season 3, but you're a ways away from that." Read.
I freaking knew you were gonna do that again, bro.
Chandler was talking about House of the Dragon and Attack on Titan earlier at the movie theater, and he was like trying to tell me these things, and in my head I'm like, I already know these, but I can't say anything yet.
That's so cool. What?
You're sneaky, bro.
I want to hear your thoughts. This is the end to continue watching anyway. Tell us everything you think because season 2 has some big moments. Season 3 has some.
I don't want to spoil for Abiel because I don't think he's seen past season 2, right?
I mean, we could talk up until season 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But Reed,
Um,
before you say
what?
anything else, without spoiling, I'm not going to say anything to give away stuff to Abiel. Is the second half of season 3 not incredibly peak?
Hold on. They're short episodes, so they kind of blend together, especially when you sit down and watch a lot at once. Let me pull up the IMDb and look at the
pull up
episode list.
episodes. There's a 3-episode run
I'm
in the
talking
second
like
half of
Perfect
season
Game, Midnight Sun, I think it's
Perfect Game,
called.
Hero, Midnight Sun.
Yeah, those were really good. So season 1, I like it. I think it's good overall. I think season 2 is like significantly better than season 1.
It hits its stride.
Like season 1, and I mean even season 3 and half of season 4 so far, Aaron is still pretty annoying at times. Just like he's just he is always complaining about stuff and everything, but like I know that's his character right now, and probably the end of the show is get more explanation. But the beginning of season 1, I think, is just slow because it has to start it has to build everything up. To some people, it's not slow. I guess it's not. It's a lot of world building to begin with, a lot of character introductions. And then at the beginning, it's just so many names, and like by the time you get to the 4th season, you kind of are familiar with some people,
You know
a lot of
everyone
people.
better, yeah.
Yeah. So I think season 1 overall is okay. I think season 2 I like a lot better. Season 3, I gotta agree with Chandler. I think the first half of season 3 is like
I knew you wouldn't like it. It's okay.
It's good. I'm not at all saying it's bad.
The stuff in the cave is really good.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh.
The first 2 or 3 episodes, actually the first 4 or 5 episodes, I'm like, how did we go from the end of season 1 to this? We're just back in a city running around and doing this stuff, and we get some Titan stuff on the side, but it's
It feels like a detour.
It's important.
yeah,
Except it's not.
I guess a lot of that was flashbacks and stuff too. But I still like it, George. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I would rather watch season 1 or 2 over the beginning of 3. But I think the end of the second half of 3 is really good. And then 4, I won't spoil anything on 4.
4 is a big tonal shift.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I thought I was
4.
watching Yeah.
Have you?
I like it. I like it so far. I think I'm gonna like it more when they start explaining a lot more. But right now, it's kind of like a lot. It's very different than the first 3 seasons. And there's like one arc or like one thing that happens, and I like just do not care.
You said you're on episode 11.
I finished 10, so
Okay.
11 would be next.
So again, vague, non-spoiler stuff. What did you think about the declaration scene? Not gonna say what it is or anything, but the scene where the scene on the stage where he's giving the speech.
I have been paying attention. I'm just trying to remember what you're talking about. Oh, like at the concert thing.
Yes.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the concert thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Was that not extremely metal?
that was cool. But I will say, and again, you're not allowed to be upset because they're giving these so many chances. I am not a huge fan of any of the theme songs for the show. But the main Attack on Titan theme song, like if you just go on Spotify and like listen to the one that's just called Attack on Titan, like the first bit, like the first act of it's so good, and then the second act of it is really good. But it's like those two, like the ba 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 ba. There's that one, and then there's like another one, and those are like they're really cool. And anytime those show up, I was watching it the other day, and Abigail was sitting in the room, and I was just watching it, and I literally I started singing that out loud because I knew that they were about to play it because of the scene that was coming up, and I was right.
Dude, you didn't like the
You don't like Red Swan?
Red Swan, like a fallen angel. That's like my favorite one. That song's so peak.
Bro, that song is
I just rather listen to like Game of Thrones or Daredevil intro.
You'll love the last intro to Attack on Titan.
pretty valid.
You'll like
The last intro does the last one have a different one than the entire rest of the show?
Yes.
Or the rest of the season? That's weird. But no, I like it.
Good.
This is my thing though. I've went into this open-minded and I've really tried to give it a fair shot, and I do enjoy it. Probably when I get to the end and it's like when it wraps everything up, people are like, "Oh, this is the best show ever," and it's because you get to the end and then it ties everything together. Because right now, what I've watched season 1 through 3, it's pretty like tied in together, and then 4 is just kind of on its own right now. It's like in it a little bit, but I'm sure at the end it'll all come together.
You have no clue.
But I really still believe that I would not enjoy that much anime. I think apart from this and Vinland Saga, it's just like I don't think it's for me.
Is it corny or something?
Like, I can't really talk about it because it's not really a spoiler, but kind of is. There's just a couple of things in this, and it's like I knew going into this, if there was anime I was gonna like, it's gonna be this and Vinland Saga. And there's still some of my things that I don't like about anime that are in this. And so it's like, if that's in this, it's probably gonna be in like everything else.
I know
So
you're
you're more of like the serious type.
So I do what?
Like you're more of the
What?
serious, dramatic type of like. Anime.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just more of like I guess like the time period and stuff too is more my speed. But I do really enjoy the show, and I liked what I saw from Vinland Saga. I need to finish that. I just don't see me enjoying One Piece or like some really like anime show.
I
That's
understand.
That's valid.
I know.
In all honesty, I'll give you that completely.
When I finish the show, I'm sure I'm gonna like it. Now, and again, I haven't finished it. I don't think it's gonna be in like my top 5 or 10 shows ever, maybe. But like, I do really enjoy it, and I think it's good. I just don't think that that's gonna translate for me when I go to watch other animes like One Piece or like My Hero or like Hunter x Hunter or whatever.
My Hero and Hunter x Hunter are so good.
I don't blame you. Like, that take makes sense to me because I was also in the same
Yeah.
boat, and I would never like sit there and force somebody to watch something like One Piece, because something like that is such long commitment, especially to a show. And if you're not enjoying it, what's the point? You know, like that should be something you're invested in and want to watch. I think Attack on Titan is that sweet spot where it's not too long of a show that like I think anybody should give it a chance till the end and then form their own opinion. Because I will say the last couple episodes are going to change how you think about the show, whether that's for the better or for the worse. That's the last couple episodes are insane. Like there's a lot that happens in them. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be plot twists. There's lots of things that are going to alter everything you know about the show. And so if you can enjoy that in hindsight and be like, oh my gosh, these things were so great up until this point because this is where we get to. Or you could be in the boat that a lot of people were when the show ended and they said, I enjoyed everything up to this point, but I didn't like the ending. So I'm interested to see what you think when you get done with it. And just the way that everything wraps up, because I know when I was watching it, you know, there's a point in season 2 that's like the big reveal thing that kind of from there till the end of the show, that momentum just keeps spiraling. And I remember your point was that there was still like a lot of cringe moments, like the lighthearted moments in season 1. And George and I were like, when you hit season 2, the tone shifts. It becomes serious until the end. And I will say that it does do that. Seasons 2, 3, and 4 are not the same as season 1. Season 1 has a very significant tone to it. The rest of the show is a little different. So, like I said, I can't wait to see what you think about season 4. I also can't believe you finished House of Dragon. I mean,
that's what I said last week. I was like, I don't have anything to do now. I have free time. And I wanted to watch House of Dragons because people are still talking about it. But then I also have to watch Attack on Titan for the deal. So I was like, I watched all of House of the Dragon, and then I did Attack on Titan.
You do realize that at that pace, you could finish Game of Thrones in another week.
Yeah, or you could watch a bunch of One Piece.
Can I...
Favorite characters, Reed? Chandler, you go with your thing first.
I'm going to completely go off topic, but...
Okay.
I knew this would derail us a little bit, but I know that we'll probably just do a whole Attack on Titan segment like next week.
Dude, when Abiel's caught up, we'll do a whole episode for AOT.
Well, that's true. We need him to catch up. But then if we're all watching season 4 together, then it may take us a little bit longer to watch it if we're all getting together.
No, because we'll.
I did want to ask real quick though. Since y'all said like AOT kind of switches your perspective, like sometimes you think it's good or not. Like, what were y'all's opinion on it?
Not me, by the way.
Did you guys switch up?
No, never.
I never switch up. You liked it all the way through.
Dude, I watched AOT in like a week because I could not stop watching it. I was at the point.
Me too.
But again, unlike Reed, this was probably my 5th or 6th anime. So like I kind of knew what to expect, and like those elements didn't bother me as much. So like when I started going, I started flying, dude. I know you said you're rewatching, you're in season 1 still, but like towards the end of season 1 is where I fully was like, oh my gosh, this show's incredible. And because I'm such a narrative person, I will take a show with good character development and a good story over good action any day. It's one of the reasons that I'm, you know, my friends get mad at me because I'm not the biggest JGK person. That's just because I would rather watch something that has like more character depth to it, you know what I mean? So like when I'm watching AOT, I'm like, the fight scenes are so cool, but then every time that he would throw in like a little plot twist or like a little sprinkle of lore or like just enough to give you an answer, but then now you got 10 more questions. I say it every time.
I love when they break away into scenes.
Yes.
And they go into the person's thought, like, oh, like, what, blah, blah, blah. Like, Aaron does that a lot. I like that, yeah.
There's one scene I can't wait to ask Reed about when you're caught up on season 2, Abiel, but what was...
I can't wait to get in depth on
see if you can just allude to it just slightly so I know what you're talking about.
Did you catch the significance of the scene where they're in the storehouse and she picks up the can? You did? Like in hindsight, you understand that now?
I knew what was happening when it happened.
Oh,
I was like, that's...
Dude, that I didn't get that until rewatch when I was watching with Lauren. And like I said, knowing so much of that stuff and then rewatching it makes it a whole different experience.
No, when that happened, and I guess Abiel has watched this part, but when that happened, I was like, that's
Yeah.
it.
You
There's
should
been
know
a
that.
couple. Well, but they kind of allude to it. There's been a couple scenes where where this show's shocked me or something like unexpected's happened. There's one part in season 3,
Mm-hmm.
like end of season 3 or something like that, bro. That had me so mad.
Dude, the cave stuff. The cave stuff is crazy. The cave stuff
And
changes
3?
so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
The stuff in that cave, dude, that changes lots of things.
That
I would
cave- that cave.
I would say my favorite characters. I mean Levi.
Yeah. W.
Yeah.
Is it Irwin or Irvin? Because everyone calls him Irvin, but I don't know if that's just their accent.
Either way. It's like
Yeah.
Mikasa or Mikasa.
Irwin.
I like Irwin.
I knew you would like Erwin because
He's like my goat.
Okay,
Captain America-esque, yeah.
here's the big polarizing one. Do you like Armin? I didn't think
Oh,
so.
kill yourself.
Not after the end of season 3.
Not after. Oh, okay. I know why you're saying that, but screw you.
No,
Dude.
screw him for that. Screw him for that.
It wasn't.
He
okay,
No,
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 he
you
had-
can't. You can't
no,
do it
I'm
here.
not-
No, listen. I'm not spoiling.
Let's
I'm
not
not
do
spoiling
this now.
anything. I'm not spoiling anything. He did something good, okay, and then right after that, it's not his fault, but I blame him. Like, I just not blame him, but I can't like him after that. And he's just so whiny, bruh. He's so whiny.
Gosh, oh my gosh.
Anyways,
I'm gonna compartmentalize all of that
He's-
and table it, and we can go super in depth on all that because I am so ready to argue you on that.
listen. We're gonna have an AOT episode.
Oh,
Let's get into
there
it
is
later.
one.
Abiel can't
There's-
listen to any of this right now.
There's one character introduced in season 4 that I think is probably my most hated in the whole show.
Yeah, and we all know
Yeah.
who you're talking about. You don't even have to say it.
Yeah,
Like, and then what they did,
Yep.
bro.
Yep.
just wait.
I was
Oh.
actually pressed. I was actually pressed.
Yeah. Yep. We're gonna text after
For
this.
sure.
I'm gonna call you after this episode.
No, Armin is fine up until that point. He just whines all the time, and then like after that one thing happened, I'm like, it's hard for me to like him now because of what happened. Abiel, you need to catch up so we can talk about it because we're like dancing around the
Talk about it.
spoilers.
We'll talk about
For
it.
real.
We'll get into it.
We will.
Nitty gritty.
It'll be good. Okay.
Abiel,
Let's-
after the episode, Abiel can leave first, and then we'll just like yell at each other for a minute.
Yeah.
No, we can't talk about it. We need first reactions on.
True. We gotta save it.
recording.
It's gotta be live.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of live, let's hop into probably our quickest segment we're going to do today and also the most fresh in our brains. Minions and Monsters. We just got back from watching that. We're recording this right now. It's 8:45. We watched it at 5 o'clock, so not too long ago. You guys have a score for Minions and Monsters out of 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
You ready? Let's count it down. Let's go George, Reed, me. Let's do that order. You ready?
Okay, yeah.
3.
My score for
1.
Minions and Monsters is probably like a 6.5, 7 out of 10.
Really?
I'm probably like 5.5 to 6, maybe probably 5.5. Honestly,
I'm 6.5 to a 7. I think I liked it more than you guys did, but I'm honestly not upset at either one of those scores. It's a kids
I think
movie.
the first it is, and we're nitpicking a kids movie, but I think the first like 45 minutes is like genuinely really good and really funny. Like we were dying, and then the second act, I don't know if I laughed a single time apart from like a, huh. And then the third act, there's like a couple, but I feel like it fell off after the first act. I felt like there was so much good humor and then the rest is like they didn't try to keep that same energy.
I think that if you made, like you said, the first 45 minutes are peak, dude. They're so funny. I feel like almost if you clipped that and just made it a short film, I would have given this like a 9 out of 10. But then it just kept going, and it's almost like the real plot didn't start until like an hour into the movie is what it felt like to me. And that just felt so strange. I've never watched a movie that did that. Like, it was going, and then all of a sudden, now we're starting here, but all the way back here is where the movie actually began. So it's like, unless you were going to build this story up for some reason, it almost didn't feel like it needed to be there to do this story, but then the first story was better than the second, so it's a little bit of a mess, but at the same time,
It's definitely messy.
it's so fun, and it's so funny when it's funny, and at the end of the day, it's a kids movie, and I know we sat there and probably talked for an hour about Toy Story, and that was also a kids movie, but I think you go into a Toy Story 5 movie with expecting a little more depth than you do a Minions movie. Now, why this is rated better than Despicable Me 1 on Rotten Tomatoes, I cannot understand.
That's
That's why I was so
atrocious.
surprised.
I don't think there's anything in the
90%,
first movie I would change. It's so good. But dude, this is gonna be up there with like Ready Player One for like the most cameos and references in a movie, bro. Yeah. There was like, even after the first like scene, throughout the entire movie, like there was like one little thing that would happen, and I'm like, I know what they're referring to. But I like the idea. I watched like one of the trailers, but I didn't really know what it was about, and like going into it was way different than I thought it was going to be. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was just a good time. Like the
animation was very good.
It's one of those movies I don't regret going to see, and if I don't regret going to see it and having spent my time at the theater, then I feel like it was a good enough movie. So that's just kind of where I'm going to leave it with that. It was fun. If you have an opportunity to go see it, go see it. If there's kids, if you have a kid or something, they'd probably really enjoy this. So, okay, we're saving Andor for last. So Reed shocked us and surprised us. Let's hop into House of the Dragon. Reed, I'm going to put you on the pedestal first, because so far in the pod I'm the only one that's been talking about it. So again, I need to hear from all three of you, but I kind of have an idea of what George and Abiel think. Reed, give me a score for seasons 1, 2, and then the 3 of episodes of season 3 you've seen.
All right. Season 1.
You can do it as a whole if you want. But
season 1 is obviously better than 2, and then what we've seen of 3, it's like if they keep that pace for 3, it's gonna be easily better than 1. So 1 I really liked. Like I watched the first 2 episodes, and it's like the second episode you already get Damon running away with the egg. They confront him, bro. Wait, everyone's seen season 1 and 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
No,
bro,
we're all caught up to season 3.
Otto was actually my goat for like the first like 4 episodes.
Ew.
No. I liked it. He was cool at first. He was cool at first. He was cool at first.
Spoiler warning for House of the Dragon. If you have not watched season 1, 2, or 3, skip ahead in this episode.
Skip to the Andor
and
part.
Keep in mind, George hasn't watched episode 2 or 3 yet.
Okay. No, I have.
No, he was trolling, bro.
I was.
Oh, actually, you did. You are completely caught up.
I'm caught up.
And Abiel's completely caught up.
Yeah, so we're all
all caught up.
Okay.
I just wanted to put that out there before we start jumping into spoilers, because as soon as you said Otto, I'm like,
okay, then I'll just go ahead and say it. That scene was crazy. That scene was crazy. No, Otto, I really liked for the first couple episodes, and then he was like, Allison, go get this man, go move in. I'm like, all right, you kind of lost me. You kind of lost me a little bit, and then he like doubles down, and then I'm like, yeah, no, he's bad. And then Sir Kristen, the knight, bro, he's actually peak in season 1, and then season 2, I was like, they have like he's lost the plot. He's gone. He's too far to save at this point. Season 1 is really good. I really enjoyed the first half. It was kind of weird for me because I clicked on episode 6, and then it was not Millie Alcock.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was Rhaenyra for the first season, like the whole first season.
No,
And I was like,
remember I
oh,
said
that's
it time skips like 3 times in one
yeah,
season.
I had forgotten about that. So yeah, the time skips were a little strange, especially watching them, and then you just kind of have to. Sometimes they don't always say like it's been 3 years since this happened, so you kind of have to guess a little bit.
You gotta tell by the
I
kid's
think,
age, honestly.
True.
yeah, season 1 was really good. Season 2 is good, apart from like the Harrenhal stuff is a little like why did that have to be in it? But it was still good, bro. When they killed I think her name's Rhaenys, the older Targaryen that got robbed of the throne, bro. I actually liked her, and she went down like a dog.
Which scene is this? It's been a while.
That's it. Rook's
When she's riding the dragon, she goes to fight Vhagar, and
at the end of the season.
bro, she stood on business, bro, and then she died. Bro. I was like, no.
She went out with a bang, though.
When she strapped herself on, she was like, attack. I was like, yep, let's do it, bro.
Oh my gosh. Can we talk
about
the deaths when she started in the show?
When she started flying away, I was like, oh, she went in and embarrassed him in a 2v1, and now she's like going back home to regroup. And then she was like, attack. I was like, I already know what's gonna happen, and I hate it.
Dude,
you gotta stand on business.
Rhaenyra talking to Jacaerys's corpse, like he was gonna answer her.
Dude, that shocked me.
She is going to win an Emmy, and if she doesn't, I will riot. She is phenomenal. Yeah. She is such a good actress in this show, man.
Bro, the snot alone from her nose got to win that crap, bro. Like, she was giving it her all. Bro.
It's ridiculous. There's so much, especially in season 3, that I want to talk about since that's like fresh in my brain. But season 1 has some bangers. I agree. Kristen Cole is pretty cool in season 1, and then season 2, man.
And he's a slime ball.
He's like terrible. But I will say, it's hard to say like, oh, this is my favorite character of the show, because everyone is a terrible person.
No, there's no innocent
person. Aiming the goat.
There's no way.
I'm okay.
There's no way.
Jace was really like the only one that was like kind of a good person, and then they killed him. I was like, oh.
I love.
I'm glad Corlys didn't die. The black guy. He was. I like him, and he fell in the water, and they couldn't find him. I was like, don't kill 2 people already.
Dude, when he led them through that ravine that only he could get through, that scene was peak. The CGI. Oh my gosh, bro, the effects.
One of the best sea battles ever put to screen.
I don't disagree with that at all.
I was a little
amazing.
Upset that we didn't, like, we kind of jumped into the battle. I guess we got to see his main ship get attacked, but I wanted it to be like, I was super hyped for the Battle of the Gullet. I was expecting that to be like the first thing, or like for us to see at least how it started. Like, the battle was pretty good, but I was just kind of upset that we didn't see like when everything started. We just kind of jumped into it. And as far as like low-key Christian Cole, bro, with his whole like plan for Rook's Rest, like bringing in Vhagar and everything, and then for me, I feel like it's so stupid for him to have so much PTSD. Like, we know how much, dragons can cause, and now he's all this like self-righteous, or like he's like, oh, like, what are we? And Dance with the Dragons, like, we're all gonna die. Like, bro, this is your plan.
He slept with like 3 people in the show, and then one of the other knights said something. And he was like, "You're gonna disrespect your white cloak." I was like, "Bro, shut up."
He's actually
dude, he's so infuriating.
He's got children with Rhaenyra, obviously. Okay. And then there is... Huh?
Wait.
No, he had kids with Alicent. I don't think he had kids with Rhaenyra.
No, Rhaenyra's kids are...
Strong.
That's the other guy.
Not
Strong.
Yeah. The other Strong. Yeah, you're right.
Well, happy birthday, bro.
Like I said, it's been a second. But, what was it? Kristen Cole. Okay, so I gave him a plug last episode, but the Children of the Watch podcast has been covering this. And so last week when they broke down episode 1, or I guess 2 weeks ago, they mentioned that the scene where Kristen Cole like first appeared in season 3, he's actually putting his family crest back onto his shield. He's taking off the Targaryen and the High Towers. So like, yeah, he's painting his shield. He's kind of going back to like his family crest and showing he has allegiance to no side now, which I think is... he's just like a wild card at this point, and honestly the plot doesn't even need him in the show anymore. We've kind of evolved past it, And speaking of plot, I'm shocked. I'm going to be shocked to see where they go from here, because this episode ending is the original ending for season 2. So we have caught up now to where season 2 would have ended. So
Season 2 would have been insane.
it would have been
if that was
generational.
all season 2.
Like I'm saying, dude, if they keep up the momentum of these first 3, this could be like almost a 10 out of 10 season.
Here's the thing I've heard though. I've heard episodes 3 and 4, like they were hyping that up to be the best of the season. So I'm like, is the rest of the season gonna be like dog water or? And
3
also,
is definitely
was that?
not the best of this season?
I know, right?
No.
I think 2 is still the best. But
Two's
was
the best.
anyone else surprised by that twist that it wasn't her son? Because season 2, we had a whole. Like, we saw who his son was.
Mm-hmm.
So when they brought him out, I was like,
Do you think she's
that's
lying?
not Darren, bro. Who?
I don't know. That is super interesting though. I'm super interested in that, and I'm
Mhm.
super interested to see how Ormond keeps affecting things.
Oh.
Yeah. Me too. I
Yeah,
can't
I
wait
was
to
just like-
see. I want to see what happens with Aegon and Laris right now, because
Bro, I hate Laris.
the two of them
Bro.
together is like a really fun
Got it,
duo.
though.
But I just like, obviously
He's our
Aegon wants to
Littlefinger,
go
bro.
get his dragon back, right? That's where we're going with this story. He's gonna try and get his dragon back. He wants
Which
to take
dude?
back his stuff.
thought
Bela
his dragon
saying that
died.
Maelys is dead. Yeah, that's what they think. So Bela it keeps flying around Rook's Rest, right? And she thinks that Maelys is Sunfire. That's literally her grandma's dragon. Like how? I don't know. That's gonna be so cooked when they find out.
Bro, I know, and I've seen the first like season and a half of Game of Thrones, so I know Joffrey's a terrible person. Bro, Aegon and Aemond, bro, I
Scumbags.
I honestly want them to have a worse death than Homelander. Like,
Oh,
bro.
Aemond
True.
needs to
I'm-
suffer.
Okay, what?
I'm getting
what the
so
heck
pissed
happened
off,
to
bro.
Aemond?
He's gonna get revived
So,
by that
you guys-
witch in
I was
order
kinda
to give
confused.
her Harrenhal.
That's what I don't
Did he
want. Bro.
die?
I'm like, holy
Like-
crap! No, he just got stabbed and
He got
That
stabbed
witch
in
is
the
gonna do
kidney,
her thing
so
for them.
he's gonna
He
die.
completely fell to the ground and stopped
Dang.
moving, and like it. That's
She's gonna throw
That's how
some
it felt.
voodoo magic on him,
She's
and
gonna-
because she was trying to petition
All
with
'cause-
Daemon for Harrenhal, so she's gonna make the same
yeah.
deal
I'm
and be
like,
like,
bro.
"If
But-
I help
but-
you, you help me."
But I don't know why she would want to, because Rhaenyra literally, she was like, "Oh, I'm queen now. You can just have Harrenhal. I don't care anymore. Like, this is all I care about right now."
he did make that
Chill,
point.
because she said that with Ulf, and when she was talking to Damon, he's like, "We're not gonna get Harrenhal to someone who
Oh,
isn't."
she
you know,
she
yeah,
was talking to a
royal."
different person. You're right.
exactly.
Also,
So
also,
that pisses me off.
no, bro.
Both
Also, why are we flying? We have dragons. Why are we flying so close to the ships to where they can harpoon us? Like,
because the fire
the-
only goes
I-
so far.
but it
I
goes far
felt
enough.
like
You don't
that
need
was
to be
just-
going. You don't need to be going between the boats where they can
No, I feel
harpoon
like
you.
the harpoon's range could still reach them no matter how low they have, because they have to drop a certain depth to get the fire off, and even at the very highest that they could, I feel
At
like
least,
the har-
then at least have the dragons like grab some boulders and drop them on the ships or something.
Bro,
Like, we're
I
flying
was gonna
too.
say,
We're
I
flying
feel
in
like-
too close, bro.
that's just like the young foolishness, I guess, of like Jaceres and
It's
everything. That's
also-
everything
it was
we've been
also
trying to
showing
avoid
their
with him.
inexperience.
Yeah,
Because
Sheep
exactly,
stealer.
'cause they're just young. They're all green. We haven't had any war. These are all green warriors and stuff like that. And I don't know. What would you guys do in that sheep stealer situation? Because
Sheep stealers are
obviously
odd,
the
bro.
logical choice.
I was so stressed. I was like,
Chill, he's goaded. But I was
I
like,
felt so bad for her,
if you
dude.
can't control him,
I know.
Yes,
I know,
yes, but
and
she
you're
should have
hunting them
known that
out.
she couldn't control the dragon completely. It's a wild dragon that's been out there for whoever knows long.
Did
She's
she,
also a
did she
child.
intentionally take the
Yeah, that's what I'm
dragon
saying.
to the gullet, or did it like fly?
She was
No,
in the
she
she
took
was
it
in the
there.
No, they
veil.
were going to Dragonstone.
Yeah, how far is
Yeah,
the veil?
they were
from
heading
the
to
gullet?
Dragonstone
The veil's a good ways from Dragonstone, I think. Let me look at the
Yeah.
map of Westeros real
because like
quick.
King's Landing.
This
The
is
map
the
of-
nerdiest
I'm
thing
not
I've done
up to
today.
date on my map of Westeros. I used to be when I finished Game of Thrones. I was so into all the houses and the map and everything.
Okay, so
Bro, when she decapitates Otto though, bro, I was like, and then and they turn around to
I was so
Alicent's
happy.
right there. I was like, yo, wait, okay.
That last
And,
like 10
dude,
I'm just
the
making
shot
sure.
of Otto's head on the ground and Rhaenyra's walking up to the Iron Throne reflected in his
that's the
blood.
best shot in
And
Game of
her
Thrones, bro.
footsteps, bloody footsteps walking up
Oh
the
my
Iron Throne.
gosh, symbolizing
Okay,
that she got the throne through bloodshed and not through.
It's
like
awesome.
her ascension is shadowed in the blood is so good.
Okay, wait, explain this real quick a little bit. I may have missed it. So Aegon or Aemon wasn't there, so she didn't have the king to kill to take over the throne. So why would it matter if she kills like Otto or this other guy? It's not the king. Like you still
No,
didn't kill the king to take the
she
throne.
was showing her power by killing
Yeah.
a high tower. She was
She's low-key just got to stand on business.
Okay.
And pull her
it,
off.
Okay.
Damon was like, you need to show that you're about to come into the throne, like willing to do whatever it takes, and because she didn't want to
I
kill
gotcha.
him, and he like literally
Yeah.
put the sword in her hand and was like, you
Yeah.
have to
That was
do
so
this
weak.
right now,
Gotta do
or
it,
they
bro.
will
When she
not
hacked him
respect
the
you.
first time, and
I got you.
I was like,
I was so happy. I was happy. I had a smile across my face. He's like,
Yeah.
oh.
Dude, screw
And then the
Otto.
head got chopped off.
Yep. My mind's all over the place. I'm so scattered because you've seen 2.5 seasons now within the last time we talked. How peak is the episode where Viserys throws the dinner for him and finally comes back to the throne with the mask on his face and defends Rhaenyra in front of all of them, bro? Oh
That
my
scene is
gosh.
Mhm.
Dude, that is like
Everyone's plans were foiled.
that's
some
one
of
of
the
my
best
favorite scenes in the whole show.
in the Westeros hemisphere.
Yes, dude, Viserys was such a goat. I'm so sad he's gone, bro.
Yeah.
He's like the Ned Stark of the show.
I know you guys like that shot, bro. The first shot of episode 2, where Jace is floating in the water and the dragon's under him, and there's the fire above the
Yeah.
dude. That shot is so good.
You
It's
see
not.
the
It's not like.
dragon flying? Yes.
Yeah, it's not as symbolic as the auto shot, but like that shot looks so.
shot.
I mean, this whole show looks fantastic.
Phenomenal.
Visually,
And they were saying like
so
that
good.
was Vermax's like last POV, like seeing Jace's body as he was like sinking down. I was like, damn.
Oh, I
R.I.P.
felt so
Vermax,
bad
bro.
when he was drowning. I was like, no.
Rip Jaceres,
I know. I was like, yo,
man.
cut that thing, bro.
Yes.
Get off
so-
your dragon and take it off yourself, dude.
So cocky, and the whole
I
time I
gasped.
wanted to sit there and like throw shade at him for doing what he did, but at the same time, again, these are children, and like Abiel said, they've not seen war, and he had this big ego because he's got a dragon. He thought he was invincible, and
But
but
he also did what he did to protect his mom. Like he was trying to protect her, and it's not that he did that because he's like an angsty teen who wants to go out and like he's like, well, I'm going because I want to. It's just like
but
he
Rhaenyra wasn't
did-
flying to help
also
that
did-
battle. She was
Yeah,
going
he
to
walked
King's Landing.
her in the room.
I know, but he did. He just wanted her to be home and be safe because he didn't want to risk her going out again.
But he did say he wanted to like kind of prove himself because he's saying, yeah, I'm an heir to a king, but what have I done to prove our cause?
Yeah, I know.
When he was
I'm
going
not
to
saying
Baylor.
I'm not saying that was the right decision. I just like R.I.P. bro.
Dude, when that arrow hit his neck, I was like, dude,
I gasped.
Well,
I was like,
yeah.
It did the double fake out because he lands in the water and you're like, okay, he's about to drown, and then he unhooks himself. You're like, okay, he's good. He swims up and you expect something, and then nothing happens. He swims over, grabs the piece of wood, and you're like, okay, he's good. Oh my word! And he turns around, gets one in the chest, and gets one. Dude, the one in the neck, that like traumatized me. I was like, bro, no.
the
that
way
was-
that shot and how it's like
The sound.
so, it's shot to be just such like not a big deal. Like they just kind of come
Yeah.
up and just boop, and then he's dead.
That's
And
so
there's
Game
not
of
even-
Thrones.
bro, hearing them cheer in the background, I was like,
That's such a
And there's not even
Westeros thing.
music. There's not even music. You literally just hear the
Yeah,
hits,
no, it's just-
and then you
it's
just
silence.
hear the water like lapping on him. I'm like, bro, I can't do this.
I do think one of the most
life ain't
interesting
no joke.
things that they're doing this season, and I said it when I was doing my continued watching for episode 1 of season 3, I love the idea that both of them have done so many horrible things and so committed so many atrocities now that like Rhaenyra is realizing this is not what she's necessarily wanted. Like this most recent episode, you can tell this is not her vibe. She's not enjoying her first couple days on the throne, and I loved the I don't remember the exact line in episode 2, but it's when Daemon comes to talk to her when she's in bed mourning, and she says something like, what is the point of sitting on a throne if I don't have the two smiling faces that used to hide in my skirt like as they were growing
Yeah.
up? And I was like, bro,
Or no, the one
she's
but
There
then he
was-
locks in.
she's
that
lost
same
everything.
scene. that same scene, Damon's like, Vagar's headed here. Like, do you want me to send them to go kill Vagar or whatever? And she's like, what's the point? It's not gonna bring is it gonna bring my son back? I was like,
Nah, but he locked him. He's like, you gonna let them die in vain though? Like,
No, I like that.
he's a D1 instigator, but he's also like there to support her.
He
Hold
stands
on.
on
Yeah, for
business,
sure. He
though.
still
He's the devil and the angel whispering in her ear, bro.
I'm gonna throw a counterpoint. Again, taking this from the Children of the Watch episode. This was not my find. But in episode 2, when Damon is throwing the party at the camp and he gets the raven saying that Jacaerys is dead, he has no idea that Rhaenyra and Alicent have made this plan. He has not talked to Rhaenyra. He doesn't know that she's about to go to King's Landing. And the first thing he does is he tells his entire army to pack up and head to King's Landing without
peak,
talking to
bro.
her, knowing, okay, he hasn't talked to her. He hasn't even convinced her to go yet. So I'm still keeping my eye on Daemon, because at this point, he didn't seem very
Really?
sad Jacaerys was dead, because Jacaerys is not his kid. Now the only people that could be on the throne are Targaryen heirs through him. Okay, he has those children. Okay,
Are all of Rhaenyra's kids dead now?
No, she still has those.
No,
two that
she
were
has
in
the one with
jail.
Damon still.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So the
Okay.
two
Okay.
that she had that would have been next in line were not his. They're both dead now. And he is making a power play to send his army to King's Landing before he ever convinces her to do it. And he is making lots of moves around. He's, like you said, he's kind of whispering in her ear, forcing her to do stuff she doesn't want to do. I'm keeping my eye on Daemon this season, because I'm not completely convinced that he doesn't want this for himself.
Yeah, I'm not completely sold.
I kind of wrote it off ever since he had like the vision of the White Walkers and what's to come.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. I feel like if they were to do that to us,
That means
that's
nothing.
gonna suck.
I do like-
dude,
I'm really hoping-
the vision of Daenerys, and he thinks in his mind that's Rhaenyra.
Dude.
So he's like, you're the one in the prophecy. Bro does not know what's about to happen.
I love the trope of getting a prophecy wrong, of like something not going the way you think it's gonna
Attack
go.
on Titan.
And because that's the exact thing, like everyone now thinks it's Rhaenyra, and they're like, we got to do what we got to do to get her on the throne. And there's even like a little, I'm the symbolism writing kind of guy, so I pick up on all these little tiny things. But the scene where Helena is out in the garden and there's the bug, and she's like, this isn't supposed to be in season. It's talking about Rhaenyra coming to King's Landing. We need a Targaryen on the throne, but it's not the right season, as in it's not the right Targaryen yet, right? The season would be Daenerys, but right now the season is Rhaenyra, and so the bug should be there. It's just the wrong time for it. So that was like a little thing where I was like, oh, that's so cool. I love when they do that stuff.
Who's your most hated in the show right now?
Bro, Cole.
If you want somebody to die next episode, who is it?
Cole.
Really?
Bro,
I
okay,
hate Christian,
but
bro. You gotta go.
Aemond
But
or
he is-
Aegon?
who do you hate more out of the two of them?
Aemond. Somebody said he looks like an anime villain, and I can't get it out of my head.
Dude,
Bro,
he's
he
always
does.
like this.
He looks like Willie Tiber,
Aegon
bro.
does not-
He's
yeah.
mogging. Bro, what is up with
Yeah.
Aemond and kissing Alicent?
Yeah, I couldn't.
He's such a weirdo.
At that
Aemond
point, I was
is
like,
so weird.
bro, he's gotta go.
I can't do
Bro,
that scene.
Aemond-
It
yeah.
lasted way too
That
long.
alone makes me say Kirk.
average Game of Thrones villain.
Yeah,
I mean, average Game of Thrones character. They're all
That's
the
true.
families are.
we're
all
saying
over
that,
each
but
other.
also defending Rhaenyra marrying her uncle. But
That's
I'm not
different.
defending that.
Context.
Okay.
Context matters.
Looks aside, what do you think of Alicent's character? Like, do you like? Because I think she's she's really interesting as a character, because like she was queen when they were known to be like bad, like terrible people. But when you look at her rule, like she did do some bad stuff, but they mentioned it like in one of the newest episodes. I think she was talking to Aemond or Aegon or something. She was like, "You are like 15. Shut up and like listen to what the elders and we're trying to tell you, because we know what we're talking about. We are trying to help you with this. Like, just be quiet." And then like a scene later, somebody's like, "Yeah, you were queen to bridge the gap between the Targaryens. But what did you actually do? She was like, I helped a war not happen. Like, I didn't do everything you wanted me to, but like I was the peacekeeper for a little bit. I think she's really interesting.
I do too,
Dude.
She's also out. She's very influenced, especially early on. Go ahead, George.
One thing about all of the characters throughout Game of Thrones, and House of the Dragon, is how morally gray both sides are, and how it's presented that both sides, aren't. They're both committing terrible acts and having to do what they have to do. Little crumb that I'm gonna drop that will probably touch on the same thing when we talk about Andor later. But both of those shows do such a great job of showing the moral gray of both sides and that not everything's black and white.
Oh, bro.
yeah.
Oh, I don't want to get into Andor yet. The Luthen stuff in season 2, bro. Okay, yeah. I know. It's just I know. It just triggered something. I had to mention that.
This is the first episode I've noticed us talking over each other the most, and that just says we have so much to say about everything. I swear, this episode is the best.
It is hard to pick like a favorite character out of House of the Dragon, because you can't be like, oh, Daemon's my favorite, because then it's like, okay, what about these 10 things he did? So it's hard to pick a favorite because everyone is either morally gray or they are like dark, like,
unless you're
like
Helena,
awful.
then you're just the most innocent person ever.
I will not have any beasts harmed.
Or like Alan
but bro,
and Adam
I feel
are
like
pretty good too.
I like Adam.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
but real quick, going to that Alicent thing real quick, bro. Like, I feel like she's always been influenced in her life. If it wasn't her father, it's definitely like Laris, our little
100%,
bro. Like, I wish I could have seen her more, just like her by herself. Obviously, she's using like people as well, like Masters of Whispers. She's using people, but I wish we got more time with her actually, being herself, not being influenced by someone else.
I think it's hard with what you were saying, Reed, when you said looks aside. But
I knew one of you guys was gonna do this.
That's my Westeros girl right there.
Let that hair down, bro. Let that hair down.
But no, I think in general, I find her more interesting than Rhaenyra. I don't think I like her more as a character, but I find her more interesting, like you said, because
I can agree with that.
She's had to go through so many. You're not done with Game of Thrones, Reed, but they'll know what I'm talking about. She's very. Obviously, she's got more power because she was queen and in the castle the whole time. But she reminds me a lot of Sansa in terms of she is in situations all the time that are changing around her, where she's having to learn how to adapt and what to do and who to listen to. And like Abiel said, she's so influenced by everything around her because she kind of was dropped in as a 15-year-old to be the new queen. And then her husband dies. Well, now, like, I love season 1 so much. I want to rewatch it now that we're talking about it because it's
really good.
The whole thing of Viserys telling Rhaenyra that she's the heir, and then doesn't he tell Alicent that like when he's dying, and she just gets it wrong.
He talks about like
he couldn't see. He couldn't see, and like because he was so like sick.
That's right.
He thinks it's Rhaenyra there, so he's talking to her about the Song of Ice and Fire, and he's like, "It's you. You have to do this." He didn't know it was Alicent, so she's like, and when he says Aegon, he means Aegon the Conqueror, not their son, and she's like, "Oh, I have to raise Aegon to be a king."
That is such peak writing.
And then Rhaenyra comes to King's Landing and is talking to her at the Circle of Candles, and she's like. And that the moment clicked when she said something about the Song of Ice and Fire, and she was like, he told you the wrong thing. Like, she was talking about me. You need to let me come back here. And she's like, no, there's been no mistake. I was like, bro, we were so close.
I don't think, I think Alicent's done some bad stuff, but in general, I don't think her heart's always in the wrong place.
What is the worst thing she's done? Like, actually, I don't think she had anybody executed. She didn't kill anybody.
Bro, I hated when they stood by when that one dude loyal to the king died, when he was questioning about like, oh, I don't think the king would have said that alone to his wife, and then Cole killed that one guy, and they were just like,
yeah.
Probably the worst thing she's done though is just, I mean, mess around with that dude.
Yo.
She sliced Rhaenyra's arm, but she was just defending her kids.
Mhm.
Loki, a highlight of mine for now that Rhaenyra has the throne back. I'm excited to see Dwalin come back. The guy that plays Dwalin, the knight that was like,
Yeah.
I'm retiring until she is on the throne because she's who I believe, and I'm like sworn to protect her. Bro,
like Sir Barris.
please bring him back. I actually really enjoyed that character.
I don't remember
It's
him.
the knight, the bald guy with the beard. He played Dwalin in The Hobbit.
Barristan Selmy? No, I'm just kidding. Barristan Selmy.
There's that one dude that she was like, "Oh, let Sir Laurent choose how he'll die." I was like, "Dang, I didn't know she was actually gonna take that to heart." When they were leaving after he locked the door. I was like,
Oh yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
You know,
Sir Laurent.
we've just
Yo,
said
we
it.
got Brasso as well
Oh, Brasso.
as
yeah.
a high tower.
Yeah.
There, George, go to the chat. It's that dude. That's Dwalin from The Hobbit. Bro, that dude is what Kristen Cole should have been. That's who it should have been. And Cole lost the
Yeah,
plot.
I don't remember
He's
him.
lost
Is
in the
he
sauce,
not?
bro.
What about
He's
that?
in, like,
is he
all
not
of-
in season? Is he?
He's in like all of
not the
season
one who
one.
closes the door?
Dude, I haven't seen season
I don't
one
think so.
in years.
What's his
Dude.
character's name?
When they show up at the end in the court and you think they're about to get arrested, and he's like, "We remember serving under Damon." I was like, "Let's go."
Dude, Damon.
Let me see what his name
Damon
is.
was straight up just Jamie Lannister at the start of the
Damon
show.
was ready. Facts, bro.
Dude, the scene where
let's do
Damon
it.
Aura farms, where they're like, what does it say? Something about like, don't say another word or something, and like he cuts his head like right above his mouth. You know what I'm talking
I'll
about?
have your tongue for that.
I'll have your tongue for that. Yeah.
That's
And then
what
he
he's
just,
saying, bastard.
yeah.
He puts the sword down. He can keep his tongue. Bro. That was peak.
Dude, Damon's got
Damon
aura.
is the top tier aura farmer.
That courtroom
Bro,
was good.
Caraxes is
Caraxes is sick.
Which one is that
Should we
one?
touch on really quick?
Damon's
That's
dragon.
Damon's dragon.
Oh yeah.
The CGI on these dragons is impeccable,
Oh,
bro.
Phenomenal.
It's like they've figured it out. Like the shots that they're able to get with the people riding on the dragons
Mhm.
is so seamless. It's wild. And the dragon on dragon combat is so good. The dragons flying through all the environments, dude, all of that is so good. It's crazy.
Okay.
Dude.
Every time we watch the new episode and the dragon pops up, my mom's like, "Dude, those are beasts, bro. Like, I'm
I
glad they
know.
aren't alive now." I
Dude,
just started
yeah.
I'm
crying.
pretty sure House of the Dragon is one of the most expensive shows,
don't doubt it.
budget wise
It's
per episode.
I think that
I mean, yeah.
what you get when you watch a Westeros project is good costumes, great sets, and good
Oh, yeah.
CGI. And
Dude,
every single scene looks good. Everyone's wearing really intricate armor. Like the opening scene of season 3, Daemon talking to the Hightower guy. The Hightower armor is so cool. I was just staring at all the detail on it. Like there's a tower carved into it, and it's got all
Yeah.
these like runes and stuff. And I'm like, dude, that is so sick. Somebody actually took their time to make this thing. And the last thing I wanted to bring up that I just absolutely adore is that they kept the same intro song, but they've changed it a bit. In the intro tapestry being updated every episode with the major events. And like
I did
the
notice
way
that
people
after
would
Jake
pass
died.
stories down was to write them on tapestries or make paintings. And so you're weaving together the story of this war actively through each episode. And I think that that's just such a creatively good decision.
Okay,
It is.
this isn't really a sidetrack because we did just mention the budget. So House of the Dragon, when it first got its budget, is $20 million. Okay,
for the whole season?
for the whole show it says is $20 million for the show. Chandler, these are the shows that had a higher budget than House of the Dragon. The Acolyte was 22 and a half. Loki season 2 only was 23 and a half. It doesn't say, it just estimate. Oh, cost per episode. You're right. So, cost per episode, House of the Dragons at 20. The Acolyte's 22 and a half. Loki just season 2 was 23 and a half million. Moon Knight is 24. Andor season 2 is 24.2. deserved. She-Hulk is 25. Miss Marvel is 25. Hawkeye 25. Loki season 1 25. Falcon and Winter Soldier and WandaVision are all 25. And then you have Stranger Things season 4 is 30. Secret Invasion is 35.3.
You can tell with Andor season 2 because that one also, the sets and the costumes and everything look incredible.
Secret Invasion had the most out of any Marvel show, and I think it might look the worst. Like, genuinely, it might look the worst.
Bro, Secret
The only like
Invasion
CGI I can think of is like that final
Do you remember
fight.
at the end when she has like the Drax arm, bro? That looks so bad. Can you guess what the two highest ones are cost per episode?
Rings of Power is one of them.
Invincible, bro.
Well, it's Rings of Power season 1 and then 2. It's Rings of Power season 1 and then 2. Rings of Power season 1 cost per episode was $58 million. That's almost 3 times House of the Dragon.
And it looks
And
awful.
House of the Dragon looks way better.
Rings of Power doesn't look that bad.
Yes,
It's
it
just
does.
a sucky show.
So over CGI.
I don't think it looks bad, but this is Rings of Power season 1. I haven't seen season 2, so I can't.
I need to watch it before 3 comes out.
But this is how it looks, and then House of the Dragon is way up. House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones, everything is way up here.
Because they shoot
It's
on
crazy.
real sets with real locations.
Andor was on location.
HBO knows what they're doing
Mhm.
when it comes to TV shows, man.
So does Tony
they're
Chandler-
a well-oiled machine.
Chandler, could you imagine if Mistborn gets like a Game of Thrones level budget or a Rings of Power level budget?
Dude, the stuff that they could do with the combat in Mistborn, bro.
have no
I'm
clue,
just
Reed.
imagining the ways that they could do these fight scenes, man.
I think
Could you
Mistborn is
imagine-
going to ignite a huge fan base within one movie.
Could you imagine, like, we're already talking so highly of House of the Dragon. Could you imagine if every episode the budget was like tripled? Like, I can't even.
Aegon's Conquest better
That's
be
what I'm saying.
peak,
I don't
bro.
even know. I don't even know how it would get better. But like,
Aegon's Conquest
my
is gonna
word.
be so good.
Aegon's
Oh.
Aegon's Conquest is gonna
movie?
be crazy.
Aegon's Conquest is going to be insane.
Can
For
we get
what?
Robert's Rebellion too, bro?
What's his name? The black dragon, the huge one?
Mm-hmm.
Vhagar?
Valerion.
No, not.
Oh, what are you?
not-
Valerion.
Aegon.
Valerion.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
the Dread, right?
Yeah, it's
The black-
he's the
the
very
Black
first king that united all of the
He
nations
came
in
from
Westeros.
Essos.
Oh wait,
took it
what
over.
is this
The
for?
one that-
Game
the
of
one that-
Thrones. He's the first Targaryen.
Oh,
that sat on the
oh.
throne. He made the throne out of all the swords of people he
the Doom
conquered.
of
You
Valyria
get that stuff in Game of Thrones?
It's gonna be
No.
a movie.
It's gonna
They're
come out.
doing it though. You get story
That's gonna
about
be
it with Game of Thrones.
That's gonna be awesome.
I will say, I know this is a little off topic, but if in 2 years we can sit here and have the same conversation about the Stormlight Archive show and we're giving it the same praise about the budget and sets and everything, you don't know how happy it'll make me, bro. I hope it gets this treatment from Apple. I hope that the attention to
Bro.
detail is there.
Apple has that. I feel like Apple has the shooting on real sets. It
Yes.
has the attention to detail.
It's going to be
Apple puts care
incredible,
into their
dude.
products.
Watching people battling it out with like overly long swords, like berserk style swords, and just
Dragon
the
Slayer.
magic in Stormlight's so interesting and unique, and it's just gonna be so cool. They just announced this week it's gonna be a 10-episode season, just like Game of Thrones is. So,
Just for the first book?
yeah,
Good. Give it time.
yep. Okay,
So yeah, I've had a very good last week. I've had House of the Dragon and AOT. So
well, let's hop into the cream of the crop.
creme de la creme.
The show of shows. The thing I know the podcast has only been around for about 10 weeks now. I think this is episode 9 and we skipped a week. But I seriously, I don't think there has been a project so far that I have wanted somebody to enjoy as much. Like, I think I don't know. Okay, George, I want to hear all your thoughts. I think we should give you the floor for the next couple of minutes to just list off everything about Andor Season 2 that you liked, disliked. Give us a score out of 10 first. Get into characters you liked, disliked, what your favorite moments were. I want to hear everything. So blow us away, please.
Okay. Here's my notes for Andor season 2.
Oh
I have
my
a lot
gosh.
to talk about.
That last bullet point better be the only complaint.
Holy crap.
So I guess I'll just start off.
Blow through 'em.
I have so much to talk about. This might be all over the place, but hopefully we'll get into everything in some sort of order that makes sense. I guess I'll start off by giving my score. My score for Andor season 2. I love you guys. And I think you have really good taste in projects. That being said, Andor season 2 is a 4.75
Out of 5.
out of 5.
Love you.
Dude,
Andor season 2 is easily a 9.5 out of 10.
George,
I was actually about to walk out again, like I did last
George,
week.
I'm driving to your house. You're getting a fat kiss for that, bro. I'm
ready for it.
You have
Andor,
it exactly where I have it.
So what would you give? Real quick, what was your score for like the whole show?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen season 1. It's since, I don't know, like 2 years or something.
Yeah.
So I had to do a recap and stuff before I watched it, but I haven't seen all of the episodes of season 1 in a recent time period. But I mean, overall, I don't see why the score would drop from a 9.5 out of 10. I think as a whole, it's a 9.5 out of 10 because season 2 makes season 1 better, you know.
Bro,
Agreed.
you honestly
Season
have
one
to watch Rogue One. Like,
I'm gonna.
as soon as you can.
Bro, that's the first thing in my head. As soon as I finished that last episode, I was like, when am I watching Rogue One, bro? That movie's gonna hit
bro, that's
so
good.
much harder.
It does.
It's gonna hit so much harder
It
after
does.
the ending of season 2.
Oh my gosh. Let's hop into everything.
Especially-
I have not formally talked to you guys about everything in season 2 that I love and just adore. So I have a lot to say too, but I want you to talk first.
Yeah, just go through the list.
First off, let's get into what we were touching on just a second ago with the set design, the costume design, the visuals, the cinematography. Let's get into all that first. We can talk, characters, narrative, all that stuff later because we'll probably have more to dive into with that.
100%.
From the first episode, the first episode, and all the way throughout, I remember the first time it was showing Mon Mothma and Luthen and everyone arriving on Chandrila for
Chandrila
her
looks
daughter's
so good.
wedding, and it's literally a one shot where it starts here and it's going throughout this whole giant set, and you can tell it's a real set. Everything looks so good. All the characters are walking and having different conversations with other people, and then there's characters coming in that were in the scene earlier, and they're coming into the scene again, and it's a one shot following them this whole time, and it's just so good. The creative camera work, the sets look so real, and they look so tactile, and they're so Star Wars. All of the little buttons and knobs and switches on everything. I mean,
I'm so happy you love the show.
I'm getting giddy right now, bro. I wanted you to like this so bad.
Don't you see why we wanted you to watch it so bad? It's like you're talking about something from the first scene of the first episode.
Dude,
yeah, from the very first scene.
Episode 1 was a banger. Brasso?
Yes, episode 1 is a banger. Dude, the CGI on all of the ships looks incredible. The first scene where he's racing out with the TIE fighter is awesome.
Oh,
so good.
The costume design is great. It's so Star Wars. Mon Mothma especially is always fitted up. And
oh yeah,
out, dude.
She's dripped out, and everyone's always dripped out too, but Mon
Luthen,
Mothma
bro.
in particular. Bro, Luthen, especially when he's acting as
he's
the
iced out.
antique shop owner, bro.
I love that, bro.
He's like flexing a rollie on everyone.
Dude, I love his personality too.
I love when he has to.
Yes,
I love when he has to get into character. He has to charm himself up.
And he's talking like an aristocrat.
these are the antiques from. We don't know what
And
century
then-
they're from, but they're ancient and yeah.
He's talking to Clea on the side. He's getting to business.
Dude, I can't
Stellan
wait to talk
Stars,
Clea.
Skarsgård is a generational actor.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
The score is fantastic.
Peak.
Dude,
It perfectly complements what's going on in every scene. Dude, even the Andor theme, I can't skip it. I watched it. The
no,
intro,
you can't. You have to watch it every time.
Okay, also shout out to the Star Wars intro for all of the Star Wars shows where it flashes all the characters and stuff. That is awesome. I watch that every time.
Speaking
you
of
gotta-
score,
Like a little intro, bro.
dude, the very
Yeah.
last song of the show, the last scene, the song playing over that, dude. I rewatched that on TikTok the other day. It popped up. I was getting like chills listening to that.
I listen to it all the time, bro.
Oh my
I feel like
god.
Bix's message,
do.
like that song.
I'm just
past
talking
and
the
present,
scene
like
of
that
him
suite.
walking towards his mission to go to the I'm blanking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? His
For Rogue One?
his Rogue One mission.
He's going to find Tivik.
And I told you the first episode of the pod when we were glazing this that the moment that the Force monk kind of nods at him, bro, I got chills right now, bro. Like that.
Yeah, that shit's peak.
Oh my goodness, this show means so much to me.
I want to mention one scene just because you're talking about mostly about season 2 because you haven't seen 1 in a while. My dad has never seen Andor before, so I'm rewatching with him. And maybe like a week and a half ago, we just finished season 1. Dude, the end credit of season 1 when you find out that what they were building on Narkina 5 is being used to build the Death Star, bro, that scene, because then that also sets up season 2 and Rogue One. But I just wanted to highlight that.
Oh yeah, dude, all the intricate details of the plot lead to the next,
They
have
converge.
an
All
ending
those lead to
place.
World, bro.
They come
Yes.
together so
All the
well.
moving pieces that come together, they just fold together like a perfectly knitted quilt. Like a grandma who's been doing this for 70 years. That's what Tony Gilroy is.
A Game of Thrones.
He was like this. He was knitting that together.
Dude,
Dude,
when
he was cooking, crocheting everything
Dude.
together.
when I'm hopping ahead. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do that yet, but you're talking about
Okay,
everything fitting together, and I'll bring that up later.
Yeah. Dude, I have
Like
so much
Chandler
to
and
say.
Allison.
Team Green.
Yes.
Ugh.
Ben Mendelsohn
Dude.
is
Oh my word.
delicious. Oh, every scene he's
Tasty.
in, he's just a scene stealer, bro. I wanted more of him throughout.
I want a
and
Krennic show.
That's not a negative. Every time he was on screen, I was like, I want more Krennic, bro.
Yeah.
This guy's so evil and so foreboding. Like from the first scene he's in when they're talking about setting up Gorman. Oh,
Cal
and the later stuff. Calkite.
I love how
The later
Calkite was
stuff
just
he has, Ezra and
absolute
stuff.
BS. Like that was literally just the excuse.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and the Imperial chain of command.
like this is how we're
all
gonna
that
sell
stuff.
it to the public.
Oh, selling. Okay. Oh,
Yeah, we'll get there.
I just have so much. It's like hard to single out what I want to bring up at one time. Okay,
Go
I'm
episode by
gonna
episode.
try and go as chronologically as I can. The wedding on Chandrilla. All the set design is so good. Mon Mothma's turmoil of having to marry her daughter off and stuff for the sake of the rebellion.
Talk about morally gray.
Dude, when she tells her, like, you don't have to go
yeah.
through with this, we can walk away, you don't have to do it. And she's like, no, I want to. Because she had told her for so long she had to do this. And then she's just drunk at that party, realizing what she's done, and she's dancing. But it's not a happy
It's just-
dance. You can see it in
No.
her face. She wants to
Yes.
just die in that moment, dude. Oh.
Genevieve O'Reilly. Wow.
She
I mean-
deserved that Oscar, or that Emmy. She absolutely deserved it, and I'm glad she got it.
She won an Emmy.
She won it. Oh, I guess she didn't, but Andor won Best Original Speech for the Senate chamber moment,
Speech.
Okay.
which we can probably spend 20 minutes on how good that scene is.
Fact.
Oh my god.
But real quick, talking about that wedding, I feel like I'm not too sure. Was it what was her friend? it wasn't Clovis or something like that. I forget what his name was, but when they're like, oh, we like Luthen's like, we low-key gotta take care of him, and she's like, I don't know what you mean. How lucky for you. I was like,
Tay?
damn, bro.
You're
Like,
talking about Tay? Tay something?
Tay,
Yeah,
yeah.
because she hadn't
Yeah, yeah.
realized like the lengths he was willing to go to, and also that's her friend, you know, like, or it was at one point. But when he was like getting ahead of himself, and you know he was
Yeah.
getting too big for his shoes, dude. I love how Luthen just doesn't hesitate
Luthen.
for stuff like that, where he's like, he knows
Dude, you
too much.
can't, or else
We
it's
can't,
over.
and you see by the end of the show, you cannot have loose
Yeah,
threads.
there's
You
no
cannot.
loose ends. None. We'll get into
Man,
Luthen
that show be-
later because we could talk. I'm sure we could talk for
There could be a Luthen
hours,
episode,
literally
bro.
just on Luthen.
honestly.
Top 3 Star Wars character now.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about. I'm not sure what the planet's called where Bix is in the beginning of the season, where they're like stowed away or whatever.
That
I know it off the top of my head, but I cannot.
Yeah, we all know what we're talking
it's like
about. With all the grain
Mina
and
Rao, or
Yeah.
something like
stuff.
that.
Yeah. The ability that they have to build tension in the show is masterful.
Mhm.
Every time that they're in a stressful situation, it's like, oh my gosh, like, so the tension with the Empire potentially finding out that they're on that planet is great. Bix is. I feel so bad for Bix.
Oh my
She's
gosh.
always going through the worst thing possible at all times, bro.
I forgot about that
like-
until you're mentioning
I
it.
can't believe they did that. I can't believe they put that in a Disney show.
I can't either, but the Bix assault scene, I was like, holy cow, like they're really going there. Andor is an
You just had
adult
one too with
show,
House of Dragon.
and it deals with some.
It did
you
it so
know,
much
some
better than the House of Dragon, in my
stuff.
opinion. Like it,
Oh yeah, for sure.
the way they handled it in Andor too, it like, I don't know. A lot of people got upset when that episode came out, and they were like, "Was this needed? Did that need to happen?" And I'd argue that nothing in the show needs to happen, but for character progression and the way that things end up being, I mean, that showed Bix like her independence. Had, you know, like she fought back, she was able to fight back, you know, and the way that we saw her at the end of season 1 just completely broken. That's not the same Bix we get in the first episode. Like this is obviously showing some time has passed, and she is able to take care of herself when Cassian isn't there, you know. But
It's a very real show, bro. I mean, a lot of things in life don't need to happen, but they do. You know.
bad things happen to good people.
it's true.
It also shows just the power trip that even the most minor of Imperial forces are on. I guess I'll just get into this now. Andor easily does the best job of portraying why the Empire had to go. I love the original trilogy, some of my favorite movies of all time, but I don't think that they ever fully accomplished showing or explaining in the besides, you know, Tarkin blowing up Alderaan, but we don't really have any connection to Alderaan at that point in the story, so it's like, whoa, that's super evil.
Yeah, we don't even
But
see
Andor does, yeah, it's off screen. Andor does a fantastic job of showing why the Empire had to, you know, why these people are sacrificing everything to get rid of the people in charge. And we'll get into Gorman in a minute.
it. Oh my gosh.
Dude, George came over to hang out a little bit a couple of days ago. I was talking to him, and I was like, "What episode are you on, by the way?" He was like, "I just finished 7." And I was like,
I've said
"He
it
does
for
not
so
know."
long.
I was like, "He does not know what's about to come, like what's about to happen."
You don't understand the amount.
I did know.
Well, you do, but to that magnitude, though.
The way it's done,
Yeah.
like the way everything plays out, is so different than what I thought was about to happen.
You feel the tension going up. I'm like, holy crap.
Like I said last episode, like I said in our first pod episode, One of the best depictions of war I've ever seen. And it's set in
Yeah.
Star Wars.
It's Star Wars.
It's so masterfully done. And we'll get into Gorman. Let's keep going chronologically. I cannot wait to talk about that moment. Because I don't think there's a better
Okay.
episode of Star Wars television out there than that. I put that above the Luke coming back in Mando. I put that above a lot of stuff.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
valid.
Yeah.
That's valid. I, as much as Dedra is a horrible person, and we'll get into that later, but I loved Dedra kind of putting Cyril's mom in place when Cyril comes to visit, or when Cyril's mom comes to visit Cyril and Dedra. Cyril's mom is the worst.
Yeah.
Poor girl.
Yeah.
I didn't realize she's in Harry Potter too.
She is? Who does she play?
I just watched Order of the Phoenix. She's that girl at the beginning that sees Harry fight off the Dementors. I forget her name. She's the one that testifies in court. She's the one that testifies in court and is like, "Oh, Harry really was fighting a Dementor." I forget her name. It's like Peach or something like that. It was some short name. But I was watching it and I was like, "That's Cyril's mom." Bro, when he looks at Cyril and he's like, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
We'll,
That episode's OP.
we'll get into that.
That whole of it, bro.
Oh!
I am Cyril.
Yes. Okay. I do remember her
Yeah.
scene in Harry Potter.
Anyways, that was kind of a sidetrack, but I thought that was interesting.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Sorry, my notes app is
I will say
tweaking.
season 2 took me a bit to make me care about Cyril again. I don't think that
But
his
like
first
season 2, okay.
arc isn't super strong in my opinion of season 2. Like I feel like each arc of season 2 has like a low point for me. You know, like I think it's Cyril at first. And then I think it's the second arc, if I'm remembering correctly, of Cassian and Bix hiding out on Coruscant. Is that correct?
I think so, yeah.
Where they're just like going to grocery stores and like she's just going through her trauma and like
Yeah.
that was also kind of like the low point for that arc for me.
More
was
slow
like,
burn. Yeah.
It was good. I don't think there's anything bad in this entire show. I can't tell you a bad thing. But in terms of the other highs in this season, there's definitely some lower lows in this season.
Yeah. I powered my phone off and on because my my notes app was tweaking out. It wasn't working. Where were we? That's like
You can pull it up on your
episode
MacBook
3.
while you're going.
You were talking about Cyril's mom and the stuff you like Dedra standing up for him.
Okay, one more thing to touch on with Cyril's mom. At the last
She bad?
the last shot of episode 8 is a shot of Cyril's mom. And it's showing what happened on Gorman through the lens of Imperial media. And it's an Imperial show where they're talking and they're like, our hearts go out to the brave Imperial soldiers that were fallen on this tragedy in Gorman. And then the last shot in the episode is Cyril's mom sitting there watching it and a tear is rolling down her face. And it just shows you the power of propaganda in war.
Yeah.
And the fact that all these people are living on Coruscant. The only thing they're getting fed is the news from the Imperial side. And they're hearing about these things on Gorman. And the only thing they have to base it off of is what they're hearing. And so I also don't think Cyril's mom is the greatest person, and she obviously has other issues besides that. But yeah, just the propaganda
Yeah.
that's shown in the show.
Yeah,
is
the whole
such-
season, dude.
throughout
It
the
just
whole
speaks
season.
more to like Mon's speech, bro.
The Mon's
It's
speech
such a
just
great-
means so
bad.
much
Such a
more
great
nowadays.
aspect of the Empire's tyranny that we don't get in any
I mean,
other
and bro, the representative of Gorman is like, yo, it's my people today and y'all's tomorrow. Like,
Yep.
hear me. And everyone
That's what I'm
else is just
saying,
like,
dude. Take Mon's speech and
It
apply
speaks a
it to
lot.
our world now, and that's just as relevant. You know, take
100%.
take the propaganda stuff. That's just as relevant. There's straight up genocides going on in our world right now. You know, like these are real things. that are being tackled and told about through fictional avenues, and the way that Tony Gilroy goes about it is just it's incredible. Like you said, his mom crying at that is so strong, but at the same time, I believe the scene right before that, if that's at the end, the scene right before that is Cassian crying while he's fleeing on his
And Dedra, yeah.
And I will tell you, I will stand on this
Diego
take till the day I die. I think that's one of my favorite television scenes I've ever watched, is him driving away with the Gorman woman's broadcast going like, please, if anybody's out there, help us, we're dying, like the Empire, blah blah blah, and that nobody's listening, nobody's hearing them, but that playing over Cassian realizing what's happened, and going back to season 1 Cassian that said, I don't care about other people, I don't care about a bigger cause, I just want to get away from being arrested. That's all he cared about was himself. And then to go from that character to fleeing Gorman and that scene and seeing the emotional toll on him. Like, Diego Luna is not talked about enough, dude. This show convinced me he is just a 10 out of 10 actor. He is phenomenal in this season. And the propaganda stuff, like you said, is just, it's so interesting to me because they do it so many different ways in the show. Because they do it through Imperial propaganda, they do it through Rebellion's eyes, they do it through civilian eyes, right? Like just the people on Gorman and how they view things, how the Empire views things, how the Senate views things. Even the Senate people, all the senators, they should be the ones knowing the most about what's going on. And they are all completely oblivious and brainwashed too. Like everybody is just doing whatever Palpatine wants because they're scared of him, and they have no backbone to stand up. The minute she stands up, she has to immediately run because she's going to be killed for it. Like that is a very, very real thing. Think about like Edward Snowden when he leaked all the stuff about the CIA, like keeping tabs on people. He had to flee the country because he would have been arrested immediately for that. But he was speaking out, and that kind of stuff, you don't always get rewarded for it, unfortunately.
Such a great aspect of the war between the rebellion, because it's always stated in the original trilogy that it's a war going on, but I don't feel like we really ever see that much of the actual war going on. This show shows us the actual nitty-gritty of the war and what it takes to win from both sides. You have the espionage aspect, you have the political aspect, you have the propaganda aspect, you have the actual combat aspect. All of these different things.
Dude, and there was this elite scene with Lieutenant Andor, and he's like, and if Gorman burns, then it'll burn brightly, bro. Like,
yes.
Bang!
Oh my.
Shit gave me like goosebumps,
dude,
bro.
Dude,
it needs to happen. Like, if it happens, it's gonna help us.
When Cassian shows up to the Senate and like gets Mon Mothma out of there, and then that dude, he was like, I'm with ISB 2 or whatever, and he just shoots that guy in the face.
Yeah.
I was like,
dude,
bro, that
driver,
scene,
the
driver.
Yeah, I found her.
Yeah. That scene was so good, dude.
Cassian is James Bond, bro.
He is. I think that it's so interesting because now that we've expanded the lore so much and added Andor to Star Wars, like the original trilogy does not exist without Luthen. It does not exist without Kleia.
And Kleia.
It does not exist without Mon. We knew that, but to a great extent now,
It doesn't. It's not explored at all in the. I used to think that Mon Mothma was genuinely like such a non-factor.
Me too.
Because she's shown in the original trilogy, but I don't remember a single thing that she does in those movies. She's just kind of there.
What was our pink hair lady in Last Jedi? That's who she was.
Vice Admiral Holdo.
Yeah.
That's who she was to me, bro.
Doing what they did with Mon Mothma on the show was their like one of their crowning achievements for me, is to play.
100%.
You follow a soldier, you follow a senator, and you follow a like this guy running the rebellion through a front. And I love that he does it in Coruscant so that he's able to be around all the information.
Right there. Belly of the beast, bro.
And
like, good.
No, you can go. Yeah.
And it's like the same with that. Brennick is like one of my favorite Star Wars villains that's not like a lightsaber wielder, because obviously like Darth Vader, Darth Maul, the Emperor, like top 3 probably. But like Krennic, when it comes to just like Imperial commanders and stuff like that, bro, like having a character in just in Rogue One, and you don't really get that much of him apart from like he kind of gets clowned on by Darth Vader in that one scene, and then he gets clowned on by Tarkin at the end of the movie. You're like, this guy is kind of like a scrub. And then you get Krennic, bro, when he's like interrogating Dedra, and she's sitting on the chair, and he just like puts his finger on her head, bro. Everyone is terrified of Krennic. Like, no matter who you are, you're like, this dude like has power, he's smart, he's unpredictable. Like the fact that they just took that character from that movie and pretty much just 180'd his entire character in Andor, like, and then he's in Bad Batch too, like he's in the whole last season of Bad Batch. Like he's like, for me, he's like Darth Maul, and it's just like, for me it's just like Darth Maul, you brought him back and then like you've just done wonders for his character.
I think also it's like, I mean, there's levels to it, like George talked about with like that one dude in Bix. It's all levels. I mean, who's gonna talk crazy to Vader and like they'll humiliate him and all that stuff? But then like to everyone else under Krennic, yeah, bro's not to be.
It just shows the gap between Vader and a normal civilian.
and Palpatine and the leader of the ISB. Remember what he does, so he doesn't have to go answer to Palp at the end.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, bro. Holy. That was so cooked.
One more thing touching on Krennic.
Do you want us to do it? Go ahead.
The scene where it's the private collection and like Luthen and Mon and Krennic are in the back room being shown the private collection, and Clea and Lonnie are having to take the microphone
so good
off of that one piece. Bro, just in the background, Mon Mothma and what?
You said One Piece.
The what?
Yeah. You.
That's Chandler way more than
in
Alice.
The background, Mon and Krennic are just having a peak dialogue about like their disagreements about the different things that are going on. That scene was awesome, getting to see Mon and Krennic and Luthen all interact in that one room with the tension built up of them coming around the different pieces. And Clay is showing Lonnie this piece, and Lonnie's freaking out. He's like, what are we doing in this room? I am not trying to be in here, bro. And Clay is like, you need to stand right there or we're both going to die. And the thing is jammed, and she's trying to get it, and she's pushing so hard that her hands start bleeding.
Dude,
and
yeah, bro.
That's how serious it is. So good. It's like, oh my gosh. And then, of course, she finally gets it out. But that scene is awesome. With Krennic in it. I guess while we're on Krennic, we can talk about his last scene in the show with Dedra. The writing throughout the show.
Remind me what that is again.
It's when she's in prison, right?
When they take Dedra, she went after Luthen with.
Yeah. That is peak too, when she confronts Luthen.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we talk about Luthen. He's like, what the heck? Like, why did you do this? And he's like, what one word would have made you do this? And then she says Death Star. And I saw something online that was like, the reason that he knew she had to go is because he asked her for one word, and the word should have been Project Stardust, because that's what the Death Star was known as. But the fact that she said Death Star, he was like, okay, well, she knows way too much.
Yep.
Clearly something's gone wrong here. Krennic it's like, this show does a great job of showing that even he's kind of made of a fool in Rogue One, he's still a smart, cunning, leader. You don't get to the rank that he's in the Empire being a scrub. That whole scene is great. The tension's awesome. He's so threatening in that scene. He just gives a great performance. Ben Mendelsohn, you are awesome.
Come on the pod, Ben Mendelsohn.
Ben Mendelsohn, that's your formal invitation.
Low-key, I want a Krennic show. He's only he's at like mid-50s right now. Like,
Oh, yeah,
please get him to do something else for Krennic. Like, I beg you, please. I need more Krennic, bro.
Let me touch on Saul Guerrera real quick.
Pause.
'Cause there's
Pause.
not- Yeah, that's right. Let me touch
Good
on
job,
Saul
boy.
Guerrera.
When he's just a drug addict
Let's
in the
go.
show.
Bro, when he's huffing the Rhydonium with Willman,
Yeah.
Breathe it in.
that
Breathe
speech
it
was
in.
awesome.
That was peak.
That scene was great when he's
Take
talking
off the mask.
to Willman about his upbringing and stuff, and he's like, "Breathe it in,
Yeah.
breathe it in."
Even though we have a lot of we have a good amount of content on Saul, this show just brought it back even more. You know what I mean? And
Oh,
even
yeah,
with Andor too, I won't lie. When it first got announced, I was like, "Why are we having a show about someone who's already dead?" Bro, this is the best I've been proven wrong.
Yeah.
No,
Me too.
Andor takes characters from other projects and just makes them a hundred times
Enhances them,
better
bro,
of a
like-
character.
It's insane.
For every single character that it takes from another project, once they're done in Andor, it's like, okay, now they're one of the best characters in Star Wars.
Facts, literally.
We're about to get into some of them.
Wild. Yeah, we will get into some of them. I'm gonna emphasize again that every shot is just so tasty, and it's like I'm loving what I'm hearing right now with the writing, and I'm loving what I'm seeing. All the sets feel so Star Wars. Speaking of sets, I want to shout out filming that was done in Valencia, in Spain, where I was for about 6 months. I got back about 3 months ago from that. Dude, everything, they have the Senate, like, building right here, and then all the offices, all that stuff. That is all in Valencia. It's the Arts and Science District in Valencia. I didn't know that because I hadn't watched Andor Season 2, but I've been, like, all around that place multiple times. And so in shots in the show, I'm like, I've totally just walked there. And it was so cool to see. Had to shout that out. When we were there, one of my other friends was like, dude, they use this in Andor Season 2. And I was like, what? Because I hadn't seen it. And then I had forgotten by the time I got to watch it. So when I was watching it, I was like, oh my gosh, I've been here before.
I've been
That
there,
was a
bro.
cool little
Yeah.
Easter egg. And all that stuff looks so Star Wars-y and like so futuristic. Okay. Cinta and Vel. Their relationship is great. Cinta's death is so sad.
Yes.
I
Everyone's
guess
dead in this season, bro.
Oh yeah, I mean, so many people are dying and everyone's dying, but they do all of the deaths justice and they do them so well. It doesn't. Every death feels like a knife to the gut. It's not like, okay, this person died now. Like all the characters are so good that you feel for everyone when there's people dying because it's like these characters are just giving so much. They're giving everything they have to the cause. Eventually with most of them that being their life.
Like we didn't even mention Brasso in the first episode. Like,
oh yeah,
Brasso,
My goat,
dude,
bro.
Cassian was like 10 seconds too late. That one hurt.
I also like mad respect to Andor putting respect on Luthen's name when they were like low key dogging him. Like, yeah, Luthen was just a madman. Like, bro, he like sacrificed more than any of you guys ever will. And I was like, dang.
Luthen will never
Call
have
him
a
out,
normal
buddy. That's
life.
good.
Even if the Empire fell, Luthen was never gonna have a normal life after that.
No, he said he was too far gone at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Peak speech.
The rebel cell on Gorman is super interesting. Seeing these people that are trying to do something, but they're super inexperienced and they're not completely sure what to do. Having Cassian sent there and trying to coach them up. The scene when they're in the cafe and he's in his
Yes, bro.
disguise,
Mm-hmm.
and she walks in and everything, and then he like goes into being Andor for a second. He's like, I forget what he specifically says, but he's basically saying, you don't know if you can trust me. Like, you need to be more careful than this. You're giving up
Like, how do you know I'm not
information
ISB?
way
How do you
too
know your
quickly.
family hasn't just been sold out? So peak.
We're used to seeing people that are really good at their job, but it was good to see people that are just now learning, how to rebel effectively. Yeah, the people on Gorman, did a great job making me care about them. Because eventually what ends up happening to most of them. Okay, I think it's time to talk about the Gorman Massacre. I think we can dive into the Gorman Massacre now.
When's the
Episode
last
8 of
time?
Andor.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, when was the last time you watched an episode that made you feel the way that episode made you feel?
Of anything?
Yeah. Gorman Massacre had something in it, dude.
Dude, for real. I felt like I was a part of it. I was like,
some of the episodes towards the end of Hunter x Hunter.
I could see that.
Not to the same degree, but
Yeah.
Episode 8 of season 2 of Andor is probably one of the best TV episodes ever.
Yep.
It's just everything's so well done. Like I don't know what more you could want from it. I don't even know where to start. Like let's see, where do I start on that episode? From the beginning of the episode, there is tension, and every minute that's crawling by, the tension is, sorry for audio listeners, you can't see my hand, but the tension is just slowly building up and building up and building up and building up until it eventually boils over. And the boil over, the chaos that ensues, like I mentioned before, this show does a better job of showing the evils of the Empire than any other Star Wars project before. Captain Kaido. You guys remember Captain Kaido?
does it do with the eye? Or what?
No, he is the
He's like the riot guard general, right?
yeah.
Like he's out in
Yeah.
the crowd.
There's a shot
Okay,
when they're gunning down all the people, and there's a shot of Captain Kaido's face looking through the glass from the safe glass, watching everything that's happening, and he has this smug, self-satisfied look on his face, and it's like,
And he's the one that
That-
instigated it too.
Yeah, he
Oh,
he told
and
them to
don't
shoot.
even the Empire shooting their own people so that the young Gorman rebels would freak out because they're so passionate about what they're happening. It's like them shooting their
Real
own
life
people to
stuff.
start up everything. Oh
They
my
just
gosh.
they play both sides like a fiddle in that episode. They know
do.
what Gorman's willing to do, and they know that they can fire the first shot in order to make the Empire not the bad guys in this scenario, so they can spin it like the Gorman people attacked the Empire, when in reality this was all orchestrated. This was all set
all
up,
orchestrated by them.
and
She said something. She was like, we need a group of people to do something like bad that we can depend on, or something like that. You know what I mean?
I
Like that
love
everything was coordinated, bro.
Dedra in that episode too, of like her realizing what she's done and what she's doing. Like she is not enjoying what's happening, and if I'm remembering right, because it's been about a year and a half since I watched it, isn't she in the safe house for this episode? Or like she's up watching it for a bit, and then she goes into the safe house, and like I remember her being like messed up from this too, and rightfully so.
yeah.
You have orchestrated the slaughtering of so many innocent people, and the way that they go about it is just horrible. The K2 droids, you can see how terrifying they are.
Yeah.
They're like in Fallen Order.
Bro,
Like,
when Cyril got put in that room at first, I was like, oh heck no,
dude,
bro.
they're like
And then
throwing
they're
them
holding
into
them, like,
walls and throwing them across the whole courtyard. Like
Like
those things
the
are
first
terrifying.
time that
Walking
the K2
menacingly.
units are shown, Cyril walks into the room and you see all the K2 units. You're like,
yeah, bro. I was like, yo, hell no,
oh
what are
my
they doing?
gosh, like it's about to go down because you know how much
Seeing
of a
them
tank
sprint.
those things are. Oh, dude, when they move fast, scary.
One thing that I love about Andor, and I mean you like episodes 1 through 6 of like Star Wars, like Phantom Menace to Return of the Jedi. The blaster fire is like it has like the sound, but then it kind of just hits people and they just like kind of fall. Andor, like, shows you how bad it is to be shot in the universe. I mean, obviously it's bad to be shot in real life too, but it's like when you're talking about war, they like when you see people get shot by the stormtroopers, like they're not just like falling, they are like it is like a full body, like, and you just see like scene after scene after scene of like innocent people that are just standing there that came to do what they thought was right, just like
Dude.
and the sound design with the impact of the bullets and stuff, dude. It's just like I don't know.
Holes in people.
I don't know if we're gonna get Star Wars ever that deep again. That was like, it was like so far, and it was good.
That point you just made is something I had forgotten about. Is the amount of people in the crowd that were not wanting a fight.
No, they were trying to. They were trying to leave. The stormtroopers. Kaido had the stormtroopers block off the exits. They were literally shooting fish. They were literally shooting fish in a barrel for no reason.
That's what I'm saying. Is there were some of the Gorman people that showed up wanting to fight, and they were like ready for it, right? Like George was saying, there was those passionate like young soldiers that wanted to, but when they boxed them in and those snipers set up, and everyone got out their riot shields, it's just like. Dude, you just are sick to your stomach watching this episode because it's just there's not an ounce of joy in a single minute of this episode. It's just a nonstop like this. It reminds me of kind of like the Battle of the Bastards in Game of Thrones, where like the whole time is just like, oh my gosh, how much more of this can I watch? How much worse can this get? And we haven't even mentioned like Cassian is watching all of this happen too. He's been on this planet trying to help these people. He's been on this planet trying to defend these people to the best of his ability. And now he's watching all of this happen, realizing he's completely powerless. And Cyril as well. Cyril already kind of saw a glimpse of this in season 1 when all those people got killed for his little vendetta against Andor. And for him to see this take place when he has been working with the Gorman rebels as well too. Like they didn't trust him. The Empire
such another
didn't trust
great
him.
aspect of the Empire, like stirring up the rebels, so that
I love how with
when
Cyril,
they were like,
you don't know. Like he's so back and forth, and you just never know where his allegiances lie because at the end of the day, he's in it for himself and he's in it for Cassian. You know, he's gonna play the sides, and he absolutely got that ending that he had been chasing the entire show. I think that I cannot imagine a better way for him to have gone out than that scene of just Cassian doesn't even remember this guy. It's like, it's the idea of you spend your whole life holding grudges and things that other people don't care about, that they forget about. And it's like, Cyril's a perfect example of living your life in like pursuit of something that doesn't matter anymore, right? Like his thing with Cassian was never even personal. He didn't know the guys Cassian killed. He only wanted him because he made him look like an idiot on planet blanking on
Ferrix?
Ferrix. Made him look like an idiot on Ferrix. So it was literally such an ego play to run after Cassian for all these years. And at this point, it's been what, like 8 or 10 years so far? Okay. Cassian doesn't remember this guy.
I think it's less than that.
Was it?
It's like, at that point, I think it's been like 3 years since the end of season 1.
So,
because there's a 1 year between season 1 and 2, and then there's 2 more 1 year time jumps.
So, I mean, even 3 years, though, like, that's a long time to have been pursuing this guy.
What's that saying that's like, the axe doesn't forget or something like that? Or like the tree doesn't forget?
Mm-hmm.
Like the axe keeps cutting down and the tree...
Yeah. I'm
something
trying
like
to remember.
That's literally what they are, bro.
I'm trying to remember the exact quote. It's like, you're letting something live in your head without paying rent or something like that. Like, when they wouldn't care to pay it in the first place. You know? Like... And so I think that is such an impactful moment too. And it's, again, tension, man. When Cyril has a gun to Cassian, there's nowhere for him to go. He's literally cornered on the ground. He's about to die. And then you get another payoff of the Gorman rebel leader being the one to
Ryland?
take him out. And it's like,
He's
Bro,
awesome.
so and that convo before everything happened was crazy too. It's like, you think I'm mad to believe that? Like, that is even worth saying?
this is
Their whole like dialogue was always very interesting, bro.
this is like one of the best shows of all time. I swear on my life, every time I think about this episode, it goes up. Like, if
Honestly.
I could give this a 12 out of 10, I would easily.
Quick plug.
Gorman shook my core, bro.
Quick plug. Since you guys are talking so much about how you like Andor, and specifically this episode, like, it's not a long show. Please watch season 1 of True Detective. Because
Well,
Matthew
I have to.
McConaughey's character in that season, he was runner up to Bryan Cranston in Breaking Bad, and that was like 50-50. Like, people think he should have won it over Bryan Cranston, so that should tell you how good his performance is in that show. Please watch it, because it's like
I've heard.
Andor level writing. It's peak. But I don't know. I guess maybe I'll wait until we get to this scene. But the Searle confronting Cassian is a lot like Dedra confronting Luthen, which maybe we'll get to that later. But can I talk about that, or do we need to wait?
That's my favorite scene in the show, I think.
Let's see.
Actually, I think it.
I mean, are
Yeah,
we wrapped up with gore?
I can almost positively say that's my favorite scene in the show.
You're too late.
Yeah, we can
Blades
get
float
into
away.
into that.
Before we get into that, if we're doing chronological order, the fallout of this is Mon Mothma in the Senate.
Oh
her
yeah,
speech.
yeah. Holy,
That's
That
immediately
whole
the
episode
follow-up.
starts like
we got to talk about episode 9 as well. 100%. Yeah. I don't know if there's a character ever in anything that I've gone from not caring about at all to caring about 150% other than Mon Mothma. Because everything that she goes through, everything that she gives to the rebellion, man, all these characters are just going through all the worst stuff and they're still giving everything they have to the cause.
Like, she could have easily
yeah.
been killed for that on the spot.
Oh, 100%. And she puts it all on the line. And it's so fun to see all the other Senate members just like agreeing with, oh, we're so sad about all the Imperials that died on Gorman. And then Mon's speech about the I forget the specific line she's saying, but like how if truth isn't there, then
We become subjected to the person that's screaming the loudest, and
Yeah.
the
Yes.
person screaming the loudest right now is Emperor Palpatine. Yeah,
So,
Bro, the
dude,
setup-
when she names drop Palpatine, she like,
Oh,
bro,
immediately
she
dead.
stopped real quick. She's
she's
like,
basically pointing she's pointing the Death Star at her
Like,
chest, saying that
it's
in
one
this-
it's one thing to just be like, the Empire's bad, we need to not focus on them. When she literally says the person to blame for this is Emperor Palpatine, dude, it's like a pin drop. You could hear a pin drop in the Senate chambers.
I do
and
think,
they're like people who believe it too. So for her to actually say that out loud,
yeah. I'm not
Go
one
ahead,
for like needless cameos, but I really would have loved if Palpatine had been in the Senate for that exact moment, since the Gorman thing was
Yeah.
such a big deal. If he had been there and you had like a moment where they lock eyes with each other, and like, because
Yo,
it's
he was
been
really
stated
sharp,
in the books that Palpatine was more scared of Padme than any of the Jedi because of her political influence. So for him to see that through Mon Mothma again would have been so peak of like, I can just imagine the scene of like them just locking eyes, and she kind of smirks at him, and you can just tell he's furious, but he can't outright say anything without, like ruining his image. I think that could have just done numbers for this. And then he doesn't even need to say a line if you don't want him to, but I think that could have worked so well.
and I think the whole setup with Senator Organa and her to like give her the podium,
Oh.
because they were already like, nah, we're not gonna let her speak.
Mhm.
We already know like she's a
Oh,
little.
yes.
And
And
they're
they're
like, let's
going
invoke.
through all of the bylaws and everything. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
using article
According
this,
to this,
article
this article, we're gonna have her.
Dude,
Right.
Bail
Peak.
Organa's
So
low-key
good.
goated. Like, we don't
I
talk
was
about
gonna say,
that.
I was gonna say,
bother me.
I was gonna say he slept
Bill
on.
Organa is awesome.
He is.
And another example of a character I didn't really. Bale has a lot more screen time than Mon Mothma outside of Andor, but I didn't care much about him.
Even in
but
Revenge
he's
of the
so
Sith, yeah.
great in Andor.
Mhm.
100%.
He's
That
so
recast
great
was
in
great.
Andor
I
and
thought he
Kenobi.
was.
Oh yeah, the recast is awesome.
Did awesome.
The Mon Mothma's escape from the Senate is so awesome.
Yeah.
Cassian is just being James Bond. He's having to go through the building when all the forces are closing in on him.
Dude, and the
you know, you
spies that
have-
were like the rebellion spies
Yes, you
that
have the
started turning on
aspect
each
of
other.
the rebellion has spies in there, and the Imperials have spies in there, and everyone
And the
has to
rebellion,
figure out
like-
who everyone is, and everyone has a foot in the door.
Mhm.
It's just it's
levels
just
to this
it's
crap.
just the best. It's just the best. That scene is so good. It's like such a great breakout scene.
And like finding out later, I think my boy was telling me like, because there was a Rebels episode where they actually like
Yes,
they give her away
it's an
to the
immediate
Rebels like for
follow up.
propaganda.
You,
Yeah,
you can
I was
watch
like,
them back to back, and it will
Mhm.
link up with passing Mon
Need to do
Mothma off.
that.
and I just think about what you say, like propaganda on both sides. You know, they were saying like we had to get the Ghost Crew on this, so their name goes out, and I'm like, dang.
I
valid.
do.
Wait, they say they name drop the Ghost Crew in Andor?
No, I think it's like in Rebels, like they wanted that to be the vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was
That
gonna
the
say
Rebels did
no
it.
way I missed that.
I do think that so like chronologically, the next part would be Luthen meeting up with what's his
Lonnie,
name?
right?
With Lonnie, and he's realizing now that Lonnie's slipped up and things are like he's been found out pretty much. And I will say the only thing that I don't fully understand with Tony Gilroy in this episode in this season is like Luthen is arguably would be the most hunted down person in the entire galaxy if they knew who he was and what he was doing all the time.
Yeah.
Why did he not have a remote detonator in that place to just blow his place sky high?
Yeah, that's my one
Manually
thing.
having to go in there and corrupt his stuff was stupid in my opinion. He should have had that place rigged up so that at a moment's notice he could have blown it and flown away without having to even go there. Because
Especially with a guy of like that intellect, bro. You'd think he'd have like an escape plan. I
that
can
was
see
the
that.
only thing that felt so out of character because he's got an answer for every situation except for that. But I'm also not going to complain too much because it gives me my favorite scene in the
Because-
entire show.
It leads to that great scene between Dedra and Luthen in the antique shop.
There's only two things in here of questionable value or questionable origin. Oh my gosh. She's talking about them. And when she opens the thing and it's the star map coordinator thing from
episode one.
Good Easter egg.
That's the thing I was going to mention when you said plots were fitting together like a quilt is just when she opened that and he saw it and he knows he's dead. He knows
Immediately.
it in that
And
second.
you can see him like switch off the
Yeah,
Just
the whole.
He
He
drops the act.
and he
He
doesn't
drops the
try and
act.
play her anymore.
because he's like he knows
Dude, and then
That's
choosing to
his
kill
resolve
himself to try and
is
man.
It's like that's what I was saying. Comparing that with the Cyril Cassian scene, both of those characters literally, like Cyril and Dedra, committed like the last however many years of their life to find this one person and to wrap up this part of their life, to wrap up this part of their story. And Cyril gets there and he's about to get the payoff that he spent years and years being obsessed over, and then he dies. But it's the exact opposite because Dedra finally gets there. He is within arm's reach, and he dies. He dies later, but like in that scene, you see her run over. She's like, no, 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 and she's like holding him, trying to stop the blood. She's like, we need help over here. Like, do not let him die. Like,
Her hubris, man. She got so
Her
ahead of
hubris,
herself,
yeah.
so cocky that she didn't even realize
thought
that
that
by
she
getting
could-
her big speech in, it gave him enough time to off himself and not have any information. Because what's the point
which
of
has
finding
always
him?
been the Empire's problem.
Yeah, like what would have been the point of finding him?
especially Dedra. But maybe we touch on Dedra real quick. Her hubris and her ego and her drive to put herself up on a pedestal despite what she has to do to everyone else. Man, she's not a great person.
Horrible person.
I mean, she's just like I'm having a hard time finding the words.
There's not a
Yeah,
single
she just
scene where you
sucks,
can root for
basically.
her.
No, she just sucks.
Except for when she stands up for Cyril against his mom. That's the only part where it's like, hey, good for you.
Agreed.
That's the
because
only
in
part.
that scene, I was like, you know what? Good for you. Good for you. But other than that, she's a horrible person, doing everything, killing. She goes along with everything on Gorman, and she might not be the biggest fan of it, but at the end of the day, it just doesn't matter. She just wants to accomplish her goals, and she'll do whatever she has to in order to do that. Like another character who will do anything he can to accomplish his goals, but he's on the other side of the conflict, and so it's kind of different, like Luthen.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
They're a good foil to each other's characters.
Oh yeah, 100%. Luthen's speech to Lonnie at the end of season 1 is another one of the best speeches in TV. It's so well written and so well acted, and just everything he says in that scene. Yeah, Chandler said earlier that Luthen's top 3 Star Wars characters. I don't know if I could do that. Genuinely, probably because of nostalgia and like
That's fair.
bias.
Yeah.
But objectively, in terms of writing, he's, I think, got to be somewhere in the top 5 conversation.
Mm-hmm.
His resolve to do whatever it takes for the rebellion, throwing his own life away. What's the quote he says? I burn my life for
a
sunrise on another sea.
I'll never get the chance to see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
burn my life.
Not even that,
Yes,
but
and
like
Stellan Skarsgård.
after he does that, and we get the entire episode of Clea, like seeing the backstory between the two of them, like raising her up as well in that same mindset of like, you're gonna have to do stuff that is gonna make you less of a person to make the world a better place, and like teaching her that. And I think that if you had told me in Andor season 1 that an episode focused solely on Clea was going to be one of my favorite episodes of the show, I would have told you were absolutely tripping. That is the stupidest thing you could have said. I literally looked up her name because I didn't know it off the top of my head. Elizabeth Delau, who played...
Wasn't it her first acting role?
Her first acting role. And
Right.
I will say, master class performance. The scene where she has to go pull the plug on Luthen.
Dude. Oh my word.
I teared up like 2 or 3 times this season. That was easily one of them. Because, dude, sprinkling in those backstories, and sometimes I think backstories can be overdone, especially like flashbacks and stuff. But the way that they did it, and it all felt purposeful, and like you see everything that pushed her to that moment, and every human instinct in the world would have told her to run in there and save your dad. But because of what he had taught her, she knew she had to run in there and she had to finish it. And just talk about resolve and what you need to do. Like, I can't even imagine the thoughts going through her head in that moment, and what she had to do in order to fulfill what he had, put in place for her. But, and again, Luthen never would have put her in that position. He thought that he would have just died in his shop, But the fact that she was willing to take up the responsibility of finishing that job, it's just, oh man, this season.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Luthen always knew he was going to die for the cause. He made a comment to Cassian at some point in the season saying that eventually we're going to get caught and we're going to get hanged, but we keep moving forward anyway because that's what's required of us to make the change.
And it happens to Cassian too.
And Cassian's change from, the first episode of Andor all the way to Rogue One, realizing that he has to be a part of this as well. Yeah, so great.
Another extremely deep character motivation that we haven't even mentioned yet is Bix choosing to leave to put Cassian into a place where he needs to be. And she recognizing that she was a distraction to his greater purpose. And that Force monk, I know it's a little earlier on in the season, but her telling him, like, I see the Force moving within you, and I see something great that you're going to do, right? And like I said, dude, instant chills every time, knowing what's going to happen to him. She probably knows what's going to happen to him when he's leaving that base on Yavin. But him walking to that ship, he's got that confidence in his walk, right? They've beaten, Mon Mothma did her thing. Luthen died for a good cause. Like, Cassian's walking with purpose in that moment. And just like the locking of the eyes. And, he's doing this knowing like, hey, I can, when this is all done, we're about to get the keys to taking down what they've been planning. Maybe when this is all through, my head canon is the whole time he's like, I'm going to find Bix when this is done, right? And the fact she goes back to that same planet from the beginning of the season, and the last shot, man.
I remember
the baby, bro.
Yo, facts, bro.
The baby, but also the fact that you can hear the waves crashing in that scene because of him. Cassian's on the beach dying at the same time that scene's taking place, and she's looking off into the distance, and he dies looking off into the distance. And you
that's crazy.
Spin off with Cassian's son.
No, I just love that they included the wave sound effect. Like, that didn't need to be there.
I don't think I caught that before.
It's that cherry on top that Tony Gilroy is always doing.
Tony Gilroy's a goat, man.
He's the goat.
I was gonna say, bro, you can like see the look in her eyes when Andor's like, bro, I'll leave all this behind. Let's just go. Like, I'll leave this behind for you right now. And she's like, dang, bro. You knew that was coming.
If you'd only, I would have left the order if you had only said the word.
Dude, I would have left for Biggs. But when she finally got her revenge too on that doctor guy was good.
Oh, yeah, that was awesome, dude. Oh, all these characters have such cool action scenes.
Yeah,
awesome.
I wanted to say one thing that I saw somebody do like a little breakdown on it. We see the Death Star in 4, 5, and 6. We see different versions of it later on in 7, 8, and 9. We see it in Rogue One. They talk about the plans for it in Episode 3. We see it in Rebels a little bit. And like for all the Star Wars stuff we see, the Death Star is a weapon to kill. And like it is a terrifying machine that the Empire uses, and it just like kills hundreds of thousands, millions of people all the time. And it's known, we've known it since 1977. We've known it as a machine to kill. And what Tony Gilroy did in Andor, we get 2 seasons. It's not just called the Death Star because of the deaths that it killed, like the people it kills, the thousands and thousands of deaths that it caused to create it. Everyone that dies on Narkina 5, everyone that dies in the Gorman massacre, Andor literally dies in Rogue One by the machine he helped create. We get 2 seasons explaining not only why the Death Star is known as a planet killer, it's crippled societies, from the people died having to make it, from the people died having to keep it a secret, from the people died who have exposed it secret. Like it is, and when you get to the last, it's like one of the posters for Andor is the Andor symbol, and then the Death Star's in it. Like, to take the concept and the machine that we've known for so long and show what happened behind the scenes that makes it debatably even more devastating. Like, I just can't even believe how good the show is.
Honestly.
Yeah, I think
I didn't even thought about it like that before.
That leads into, I don't know if it's my biggest takeaway, but one of the biggest takeaways is that Andor makes every other Star Wars project that much better. There is not really, in most other Star Wars projects, there's some sort of overarching Force narrative of, use the Force and it will guide you. In Andor, There is no forced narrative. There is purely humans and their will to do what has to be done.
It's
It
the
makes
force
me
at
care
work through normal
about
people.
yeah.
Mhm.
It makes me care about the characters in a way that, of course, Star Wars is my favorite franchise of all time. Star Wars has some of my favorite characters of all time. But it's a lot easier to connect to a lot of the characters in Andor because they're normal people giving everything that they have for the cause. And Luke Skywalker, great character, but he's this chosen one that has all these force powers and he's destined to defeat evil. That's not nearly as relatable as the things that the characters are going through in Andor. It's
There's
such a
definitely a
great
feeling of like
aspect.
powerlessness, bro.
100%. It's such a great aspect of Star Wars that wasn't explored until the show came out, and it makes me care that much more about the rebel cause in the entire original trilogy. It makes me just think about everything that these people went through
Yeah.
just to build up Yavin, build up the Alliance as we see it in A New Hope. All of these things. It's a masterpiece.
I
So
was always more of a Republic guy, but definitely watching this, like
Me too.
seeing
I
everything that
agree.
it took, bro. I'm like, damn, bro. Like,
I was
yeah.
always a prequels Republic guy, but this is just like, man, I gotta rewatch all the original trilogy now, and it's gonna give me a
honestly,
completely different perspective on everything that's going on. Because I'm remembering when Luke's blowing up the Death Star, I'm like, Luthen gave everything for this. Mon
Mhm.
Mothma gave
That's what
everything
I'm
for this.
saying.
unsung
The
hero.
symbolism of the Death Star,
Cassian and
bro.
Bix and Vel and Cinta, they gave everything that they had for this, and it just
A lot
makes
of
that moment so much more impactful.
people whose names honestly won't even be remembered, bro.
Dude,
Mm-mm.
what's his
Nobody's
name?
nobody's
They do it
nobody's
anyway.
ever gonna know what Luthen and Clea did for the Republic or the Rebellion. Nobody's ever gonna know, and
Well,
Luthen said that.
Well, you want to
It's
talk
even
about
better that
domino
the
effects? Like, think Cassian wouldn't have done 90% of what he does if it wasn't for Nimic's manifesto. We didn't even
Mhm.
mention
Yo,
Nimic.
yeah.
Nimic plants all
Nimic,
these
oh yeah,
ideas into his head during the Aldani stuff. And Luthen, sure, he got him on the track, but Cassian wasn't even fully convinced he cared about anything more than himself or his money until Nimic died, fighting for what he believed and believing that there was a better purpose for everybody. And I think the biggest takeaway for this show for me is that like this show makes me feel like I need to do something to contribute to other people because like Cassian is so self-centered, and by the end of the show, there's not a single thing he wasn't about to do in order for the betterment of the galaxy or the betterment of his friends or and he gives his life for it in Rogue One. And it's just such an incredible story, man. Such an incredible story.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. I love the symbolism of the Death Star, especially when Luke destroys it, is not only the death it causes, but the deaths of the characters that it took for that to even become a thing. And it's like George was saying, it's crazy how much it affects how you see every other movie after that. But I have to ask the pod long question. Do you understand why, nostalgia aside, do you understand why now it was such a debate between this and Empire when we were trying to choose the best Star Wars project?
okay. I'm so glad you brought this up because I was going to touch on it as well.
Peak.
Um, yes, I understand where you're coming from, although I still don't agree. Abiel, you're tweaking.
That's
Um,
whoa. I don't know about tweaking, but I mean it's
Yeah,
valid.
Abiel
I-
hates
No,
Empire.
no, no, no,
Abiel
no, no,
hates
no. You're
Empire.
not tweaking. I just
Y'all
like to
tripping.
say you're tweaking. It's not
Oh,
like you're
y'all
actually tweaking. Just like you're tweaking.
He's
Yeah.
tweaking.
No, I think objectively, writing wise, Andor could easily be the best written Star Wars project for me. I just think nostalgia and bias are always going to win out.
Yeah.
And it's literally not it's not a competition of this project is better or this project is better. It's that I've grown up watching Empire Strikes Back in the original trilogy and the prequels since I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
And that's always going to be in the back of my mind. But I completely understand you guys' point of view on that ranking, and we may have to do I don't know. We gotta do a ranking of Star Wars moments with Andor included.
Yes, we do.
'Cause I think that would shake things up a bit.
I'm just I'm a person that's always going to enjoy something that's more grounded and more raw and real. Like the way that I like Daredevil more than most MCU projects is the same reason I would consider Andor probably the best project in my opinion. And that's simply just from the writing standpoint and the way that everything we've talked about. Like I think that this show just nails so many different things, and like you said, it's way more human characters, and I think that makes me resonate with me more. But I also,
100%.
when we did that bracket in the first or second episode, like I still put Empire through because nostalgia and because it was so influential and because it's still such a phenomenal movie and it has so many different things this doesn't have, But I would actually disagree with your take that you had, George, where you said that this makes all the other projects better. I would actually say that Andor hurts Star Wars in a way that no other project has, and that's because it set a precedent that no other thing is going to live up to because nobody has the care, attention to detail, the budget, or the balls to pull off what Tony Gilroy did in this show. And everything that we're going to get from Star Wars TV is going to pale in comparison. And I saw a meme, and it was like it was like the two people arguing, and it was like the prequels are better, the original trilogy are better, and then there was like the guy off to the side like the sequels are better, and it was like the bottom of it said like the real perfect trilogy, and it was Andor season 1, 2, and Rogue One, and I was like, I almost don't even disagree with that because the way it was done was so great, and I don't think I will ever have a Star Wars show where I'm going to sit down and argue that it might be better than Empire Strikes Back with you. I think that's why it's hurt Star Wars.
Regretting that. They were saying like, "Oh, I kind of regret my success because
yeah,
everything else."
No,
bro.
that's 100% valid. I completely understand that train of thought as well. I just cherish the Star Wars movies so much that it just makes it's like a thing where it makes them better for me because I will just never think bad of them.
It's like two sides of it.
It's
honestly.
just hard like to say like it's
they
like
both make complete sense.
when you've had the most amazing dish of pasta you've ever eaten, and you know that nothing else is ever going to taste that good again. So then everything else that you get is like it's just always going to be right there, even if it's.
I would say it elevates the good and really hurts the bad because I don't think after watching Andor, I think Empire Strikes Back could have been so much better, or the Clone Wars could have been so much better. But I watch Andor and I say, okay, the sequel trilogy, some of the most expensive movies ever made, The Acolyte, the Kenobi show, it hurts those astronomically because I think, how could they not have been better when you're using characters we already know and love? Like, you have to do irreversible damage to make us not like those. So I half agree with... I agree with what George said, and I agree with what Chandler said for different reasons.
There's definitely, I see that.
Yeah. It's Andor, to respond to Chandler, it's like if mac and cheese is my favorite food, and if I ate the best mac and cheese of all time, like, obviously it would be really good and it would change my perspective on things, but that Kraft shapes mac and cheese with Ninja Turtle shapes is still gonna hit because that's what I grew up with.
Beautifully put, bro. Honestly.
That's facts, bro. That's facts.
Not gonna change my employment
I'm
away
about to cry right
from the
now.
Kraft mac and
Dude,
cheese.
the honeycomb Kraft mac and cheese.
The spider
100%,
webs.
it's like that. Or you
The
have
spider
the
webs.
best chocolate chip you've ever had, chocolate chip cookie, but there's just something about
Nestle Toll House.
the peel apart, yeah,
Mhm.
and you pop in the oven.
Dude, you're
Man,
cooking.
where's
That's
Gustavo?
all.
We need another
cooking.
food analogy. But that was peak, George. That was peak.
But we
bro.
need an entire food episode with Gustavo. We should do
No,
that.
dude, I already have plenty of brackets and keep cuts prepared for that for Gustavo's next episode.
Bro, we have to do like a
By
live
the way,
vlog.
Gustavo next week, next episode.
Gustavo's
Yep, we're
back.
having
ladies and
Gus back
gentlemen.
on.
Hey,
Gustavo is back.
while we have glazed and glazed and glazed the show, I do have one thing that not a lot of people mention, and there is a completely unexplored plot thread in Andor, and that is think back to the very first scene of the entire show. What is Cassian doing?
He looking for his sister.
Where does that plot go? It never gets addressed after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he has too much to focus on after that.
No. But I don't care. You
That
could
was
have
his
thrown
main
in like
thing.
a
I
line
can
or
see
two to write it out, but the fact that they just don't bring it up again is just so crazy to me, because the only reason he murders those guys is because that he's in that position anyway. And like he just
She don't matter.
but like there was
What if it ended up
could've
being
ran her
that?
off.
What if it ended up being that she was also working with Luthen, and so she went missing like undercover?
that would have been great.
What if it ended up being that she worked for the Empire and he like randomly found her by chance
That
and
would've
had to make the decision to either save her or kill her? Like he was to put in a
These
position
are
where
the
he had
things
to
we
take
could have
her out or
had, is what
something.
I'm saying.
She was a prison guard on Narkina 5, and the riot he caused killed her.
Literally, bro.
Hey, put us in the writers' room, y'all. Put us in the writers' room.
Disney, if you can match my salary.
Like if Luthen's talking to him after he escapes Narkina 5, and he's like, "But one of the guards, it was your sister," or he's like, "Your sister was on Narkina 5," and he's like, "What jail cell was he in?" And he was like, "She wasn't in a jail cell."
That was just the one thing where I was like, we never went
I'm
anywhere with
right.
that.
I'm writing fire.
Gonna.
I
That
think
makes sense.
I think Andor for me as a whole is like a 9.8 out of 10. I think the 0.2 can just be like the slower moments with like I said, like the stuff in the apartment, some of the stuff with like the Gorman rebellion group before it time
Honestly, there
skips
was
into
some-
the rebellion, like the Gorman
There was
massacre.
some slow stuff with Andor, and like remember the first 3 episodes of season 2 when he was with that like group.
Yeah.
It was good,
Yeah.
but the rest
That
of the show
is
was just so
complete- that's
great
kind of-
that
Completely like, and that's why it's a 9.5 for me instead of
Yeah.
10, because there's like a couple things that's like, yeah, okay, but
little
the
nitpicks.
rest of the stuff is just
Right.
And I don't think I have anything out of 10, so 9.8 would probably be like something like that for me
Exactly, dude. And the
the
fact
10 out of
that
10 for me is reserved for like
too. 2.3, bro.
Attack on Titan.
okay, Attack on Titan is a 10 out of 10 for me, but that's
Really?
it's just yeah, it might not objectively be a 10 out of 10, but it holds such a special place in my heart.
Oh,
That's
that's
why
valid.
it's a 10 out of 10. It's not because I think like
it's like mall
objectively
cop with
the
me.
show is a 10 out of 10. It's just something I would put
Pixels.
as a 10 out of 10 because it's in my top 2 favorite shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see
get
that.
I think
It's also like emotion involved as well.
I think it's
Yeah.
crazy that the 2 shows we spent the most time covering today have Alicent and Bix. So I mean, they're both like 10 out of 10 shows, right?
That's 10 already. Yeah, facts, bro.
Just saying.
Because,
Big.
Adria Arjona, please be
George.
the lead for Wonder Woman.
over there at the
Yo,
frat
facts,
party.
bro.
What?
George, I gotta say, Annie's better than Mikasa.
And you know who's better than
I'm not
both?
mad at
is
it.
Sasha.
I'm not mad at it. Sasha's
Hanji?
Sasha.
Hanji?
Sasha.
bro,
the good-
Hanji.
No.
Hanji?
Hanji's,
She's
bro,
so
Hanji's- bro,
like she's
Hanji's
just so
bad,
quirky,
bro.
bro.
I
It's
love
cute. It's mad
Mikasa's. I love Mikasa's character so much.
Me too.
It makes me that much more.
Mikasa's
Like,
just a baddie, bro. She's just a baddie, bro.
Mm,
she's just a bad.
dude.
She's just a baddie, bro. I'm with John, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Team Green.
We could literally
Ugh.
talk about Andor
Dude.
for another like 2 hours.
Honestly, bro. But speaking
True.
of like Team Green, real quick, apparently we're gonna wanna, the showrunners are saying we're gonna wanna switch sides. Team Black isn't gonna be.
Well, you know that
No,
they call her
I don't see how
Rhaenyra
that's gonna
the
happen.
they call her Rhaenyra the Cruel in the books. So
No.
Mm,
Game of
So let's
Thrones
see.
spoils the end of House of the Dragon,
mhm.
that's what we were talking about. Yeah,
That's,
it's such
that's
a.
another reason I wanted to watch House of Dragons first.
and I was like, "Holy crap! That's totally just the end of House of the Dragon."
And we were so fine, but like Chandler said, like once House of Dragon started trending again, then they just
Dude,
brought that clip
and the
up,
book
then I got spoiled.
readers, they'll spoil every comment section you look at.
Bro,
I already
Oh,
got
I
it's,
saw
ruined.
it's like
something horrible.
Invincible, bro. It's like Invincible.
Bro.
I got ruined on stuff I didn't even know yet. Like I
Me
knew
neither,
the
and I
lines
was like-
from Game of Thrones,
And
but-
disappointing too, because I was like, it's something so unexpected that I saw, and I was like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
I
shut
haven't
up.
gotten any House of the Dragon spoilers.
Well, you're
And
lucky.
keep
I
it
have
that way,
got
bro.
Invincible
Stay off
though.
Twitter, homie.
Invincible's
Is
bad.
is Invincible the worst? Is Invincible the worst fan base when it comes to not
No.
spoiling stuff?
No,
No,
I can name two
What
words.
is?
I don't know
What?
what Chandler's gonna say, but
JJK.
Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay,
Yeah.
completely agree. It's so bad,
Dude.
It's rampant.
They would leak.
I got
leak chapters of the manga when it was still in
Yes,
Japanese
bro.
and post panels on comment sections
Bro.
before it's even
What's
translated.
what's the other one? What's the other one you were gonna say?
I was gonna say One Piece, and that's simply for the same reason: is that Japan gets the issues before we do, and before they're translated. And the problem is, like, one of the biggest panels ever in One Piece happened like a couple months ago, and it was like the biggest deal ever lore wise and like everything about it. Dude, that
Sucks, bro.
that was on my feed like 5 days before the chapter came out, and so all I could think of was, and this is going off topic, but like the One Piece treasure is going to be the biggest reveal probably ever for anything. Period. This is the highest
actual
selling
One Piece?
comic. This is the
Bigger
highest.
than I am
bigger
your
than
father.
Vader? Bigger than Cap.
The
Wait,
Vader
like, what do you
reveal
mean by
didn't have
treasure?
20 plus years leading up to it. That had
It
two.
doesn't matter. It's still better.
I'm not saying
That's
that
crazy.
it's a better reveal. I'm saying it's a bigger reveal. This has 20.
Chandler
What
hates
was
to
the,
know I am
um,
your father's scene.
Listen to what I'm
What's
saying.
the treasure thing though that they're talking about? Is that like the One Piece itself, or like?
The One Piece. We don't know what it is yet.
Okay.
And so once
Bro, hell no.
that gets revealed, you will never be able to watch the show without knowing what it is again. So if you want to watch it now. But what I'm saying is that because the way manga and anime works and how like the manga is so far ahead of the anime, I think that Oda should pause the manga, let the anime catch up, and then release what the One Piece is, the chapter and the episode on the same day, so that anime watchers and manga readers both get it at the same time, and nobody
Yeah.
can spoil each other.
That's a good idea.
Especially if this is
I
an
think-
ongoing problem, bro. That's horrible.
It's
I
bad.
think
In the
And now-
anime community as a whole, the spoilers are rampant, bro.
I don't
for
watch.
everyone.
I haven't watched a lot of anime, but dude, Invincible, like literally yesterday, I was scrolling on TikTok and there was something about. I won't spoil it in case you guys don't know. I just saw something of Invincible, and it was a clip from last season, and it's like, oh, I really hope this and this happens, and it's like just a fan theory, and the entire comment section is like, bro doesn't know about next season, bro doesn't know that this person actually does this. I'm like, I'm reading the comments. I'm reading the comments to see people fan theorize. I'm not reading the comments because I want to see you spoil something that doesn't happen for like another 2 seasons because I just wanted to have a question, like a theory. Like
And bro, like,
Invincible,
one of the most,
Invincible is so, dude, it's literally the worst. Like,
and one
we will be halfway through an episode, but like halfway through a season, and people are posting panels from the comics from what we're about to see in the second half of the season, dude.
They'll be like, wait till this is in the finale.
I know.
bro, one of the most notorious fights is like a meme, you know,
Yeah.
Thrag and Battle Beast. Like, I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
And then I found out the outcome. I was like, what? Like, it's so
Oh, I don't know the
Like,
outcome.
it genuinely makes me mad. I don't know of
And
anything
even
that's
then,
that
like,
bad.
It makes me want
for
to read
season
the
4?
comics, bro.
for season 4. Spoilers for that. I got spoiled with that one dude dying. I totally forgot. He was like
Datus?
the Datus, bro. I was like, when I
I
saw
got
the
that
panel, I was like,
spoiled
that's
too.
not real. I was like, that's
I
not
got
real. Close your eyes. Forget
a huge character death spoiler.
I got that spoiled.
Me
I got
too.
Rex. I got Rex dying spoiled. Dude, it's like I watched season 1 like a while after it came out. Or no, I think I watched it. It had all come out, and then I watched it like a month later. But I was just watching through, and it would just be a video that somebody has posted about like one of the first episodes, and then you open the comments, and it's somebody commented the picture from the comic panel of Omni-Man killing the Guardians of the Globe. I'm like,
Bruh.
Yeah.
like what?
Crush out.
Or no,
There's nothing
it
you
wasn't
can
that.
forget
It wasn't
more.
that. It wasn't that. It was Omni-Man fighting Mark. It was the payoff of the season 1. I'm like, what is? I do not understand the infatuation that like the joy that people get from spoiling something for other
They
people.
get power trips off that. Joffrey, yeah. And like, dude, there's nothing you can forget more than a
Joffrey,
spoiler
yeah.
that you find out, bro.
Endgame,
can
like
never-
Infinity War.
So
You
hard
can never
to type it.
forget that,
Dude,
bro.
you know what's insane is I've not had a single thing spoiled in the Stormlight Archive books for me yet. And like
Well, guess what? We're gonna have that.
We're
Yeah,
Your
guess
readers are
what?
gonna be the ones
I'm at
Your readers are gonna
ChatGPT
be
it
the
right
ones-
now.
who like do everything, bro. Like
I'm gonna go on Google right now and look up what's the biggest plot
Please.
twist in Attack on Titan.
dude,
crazy.
No, do not, bro.
this is still my shameless plug that I already mentioned. Please, if you're considering watching or reading One Piece, do it sooner rather than later so that you can enjoy the reveal
No,
with
I'm good.
everybody. Okay.
This dude said he's good. That's crazy.
All right.
Should we get into this Andor trivia so we can start wrapping this episode up?
Yeah.
How long is your trivia?
We're sitting at 2 hours and 30 minutes right now.
Dang, bro. That's wild.
It
Yes.
won't take long.
Okay,
I have
yeah,
5
good.
questions for each of you, and then I have a bonus round.
Let's go.
All right.
Rapid fire these.
Who wants to go first?
Me. Pick me.
Okay, we're doing 1 point per correct,
Okay.
and there's no chance for like
Like
Well,
Bonus,
actually,
like
you know what?
extra.
if someone gets it wrong, you can like if you know
Yeah, we
it,
should do
you
the
can
stealing
answer after
one.
them. Yeah, okay.
After the 10-second
Wait,
countdown or whatever.
so is it first person to answer, or are you gonna ask the next person in line who
I'll do the next
like what the
person
correct
in
answer?
line. I'll do the next person in line.
Are you keeping track of score?
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna go Chandler, then Abiel, then Reed,
Perfect.
and these are like random order.
Okay.
Some of these are hard. Like I do not expect
I
these
was gonna
guys
say
to get
I
all-
haven't watched it in a long time, so
Facts.
So
Them
okay,
planet names,
Chandler.
I'm cooked.
oh yeah, I am too.
Yeah. Chandler, what is Castian's middle name?
Oh my gosh! What?
I look, didn't even know he
Isn't
had
this
one,
the
bro.
alias he goes by when he's on Gorman?
No.
Then I have no
Different.
clue.
That's
Anyone?
hard, bro.
I didn't even know he had a
I'll
middle
give
name,
you-
bro.
I'll give you guys a hint. It starts with a J.
Jade,
Uh-huh.
Jace.
This ain't House of the Dragon.
Jamiroquai.
Jeddah?
Dude,
Okay,
I
y'all
have no clue.
Probably aren't gonna get it.
Dude, hell no.
It's Jaren.
Oh,
when did
that
they
does
mention
sound.
that
It does
correct?
sound
Castian
familiar.
Jaren Andor.
Did you listen
But
to
I-
that? Did you hear that in like season 2 or something, or what?
I don't know if it's ever mentioned in the show.
Oh,
That does sound familiar. I think they do mention it at some point.
Okay. Next one.
Okay, Abiel. What planet does Marva tell people that Cassian is from on Ferrix? It's not the planet he's actually from. It's the planet that she has told everyone that he's from
Oh,
in
I
season
think
1.
I actually know this one. It's
Wait,
you
it's
can go
Abiel's
ahead.
answer.
You can go
Yeah,
ahead
I'll
and give it
go.
to Reed, bro.
Reed?
Reed just watched this.
But you may as well throw out a guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just say Aldani. I know that's not right, but it's the only thing I could think of right now.
No,
Oh,
sir.
wow, I was gonna say Ferrix, but go ahead, Chandler.
Well, Ferrix is where he actually
Yeah.
lives.
I'm gonna
Poster.
kick myself that I don't remember this dude.
I feel like you just had it.
I did. As soon as you say it, it's gonna pop into my head, dude. What is it?
Yeah, I think you guys are all gonna know.
Say like
it
the
once
first
you
letter.
know.
If all of us get the
Yeah,
first
first
round
letter.
out, like Chandler, you don't have a guess?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so I'm gonna say the
Wait.
first letter.
So is it first person to answer now, or are you gonna go
First
through
per-
order again?
first- no,
Okay.
first person to answer. F. Four letters. Starts with F.
Faro. Dude, what the hell?
Fauna.
Should we get a last letter too, or what?
T.
T?
4 letters. First letter F. Last letter T.
Fart. Dude, fart.
Fiat. Fiat. Feet.
Okay, I don't think y'all are. If y'all don't
Dude,
have it,
what
I don't think
the heck,
you're gonna
George?
get
What?
This impossible ass. What is it?
it. I don't think that's that hard. Okay, it was Fest.
I wouldn't have gotten that. No
Dang.
way I would have gotten that.
I think if we kept saying random ones, we would have hit it. Fest.
I don't know.
Dang.
Okay, read.
If you had given me the E and the S, I would have gotten it.
I should have thought of that. Okay, read. What planet is Cassian actually from?
Is that not the question you just asked, Abio?
No.
No.
The Abio's question was, what planet does Marva tell people that Cassian is from?
This is the planet
And
that
your
had,
question is, what planet Cassian is actually from?
it had the mining disaster.
Creative one. Yeah.
Where him and his sister are from.
Shoot. Is this the one you thought you knew the answer to, Chandler?
Yeah, and I'm still trying to remember what it's called.
Oh, my word.
I'm surprised you don't
I'm not-
remember this.
I know.
Dude,
We
season
watched
one
these
was a minute
episodes.
ago,
We
bro.
watched these episodes so spread out, though. Like, it took a while for us to watch the next episode. So it's been actually a while since I've watched the first couple episodes.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah, you
I
watched it
don't
with your pops.
even remember. I don't know. Rydonia.
Okay, Chandler?
Doesn't it start with N?
Not quite.
Mm.
That was his guess. I'm just kidding.
Abiel?
Go ahead, Chandler.
Abiel, anything?
Well, let's just do the.
Okay.
What was that counter? The clock
It starts with a K. First person answer.
Oh, shoot.
It's Kyber Reed.
6 letters. Starts with a K.
It's like Kellum or Kellium.
Kellogg's.
Like,
Not really the right track.
dude.
6-letter word starts with K, bro.
Man,
Oh.
I don't remember.
5,
It's the
4.
mining disaster of.
2.
Shoot. Wait.
You got it. 2 seconds on the line, Reed.
Wait, George, wait, please, wait. Give me like 2 seconds. Oh, shoot.
2.
Canary. Is that it? Or Kalari?
Kanari is correct.
Oh,
Kanari's correct.
bro.
Mythical poll, by the way.
Bro,
Dude.
I actually had to like
Cole.
refresh his brain
That's
real quick.
1 point for Reed.
I just like dug into my nervous, into my brain center.
Dude, great poll.
Because I remember it was kind of like a bird name, kind of like canary. But I was trying to remember. I knew it was a bird. I could not remember what it was.
Dude, good stuff. Okay, Chandler. What alias does Cassian use while working on the Aldani heist?
Clem?
Oh, yeah.
Correct.
I don't know why I
Correct.
remembered that, but.
They say it so much in that arc. They're like, "This is Clem. If you guys haven't had him, this is Clem."
I don't
I'm
trust
like, bro.
Clem.
Okay,
Let me tell you something,
Abiel.
Odysseus.
Let me tell you something.
He actually says it in the movie, bro.
I know, apparently he says it in the movie.
I don't like that they speak normal English, bro. I was expecting some. They're speaking like this dude sound like
There's
Boston,
a lot of
bro.
historical inaccuracies to this movie.
Yeah. It's not going to
Also-
be a historical accuracy movie.
We're there
it's
for
gonna be
aura,
a-
bro. Let's go.
Mhm. Okay, Abiel. Who is Mon Mothma's childhood friend and banker from Chandrilla?
Kang, that's Tay. What? Did we not say his name earlier today?
We did.
We did talk about Tay, but this is a different person.
Oh shoot. Dude, the only one I'm like actually thinking of is Tay, bro.
Yeah, me too.
Cause like that's the one like she mostly spent time with, bro.
This,
Oh wait,
this
what
is
was
a
it? It was a childhood friend that what?
childhood friend and banker who's also from Chandrilla. He's a fairly prominent character.
Okay, does Avion not know?
Nah, go ahead.
Okay, Reed.
I don't. He's like the slimy banker, right? Maybe. Do you want to? I know his first name. I think I know his first name. I don't know his last name.
Take the first name.
It's like
Yeah, I'll take his
Davos Golden or Davos Golden.
Bang.
Oh,
I
That-
only
dude,
know
I
Sir
Davos
Davos
Golden.
Seaworth,
Davos
facts.
Golden.
I was literally thinking of that when he said Davos.
the goat.
I
Sir
did just watch the episode with him in it a couple weeks, like a week ago.
Sir Davos is
About a week
my
ago.
third favorite in the show.
I remembered his first. What's his last name?
Skullman.
Oh, that was actually right.
Yeah, you were right.
I knew
Scully.
Davo. I knew Davo was right, but I didn't. I forgot that was her friend.
What do you look like again?
I thought that one was the guy that Tay Coleman knew and brought in to get the money. I didn't realize that was actually her friend too. I just knew that was the banker.
Oh, this dude.
and that's who.
Wasn't she got married to this dude? This dude's
Yeah.
son or some crap? Oh,
Yeah, it was his. It was his son. That was the one that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Lost
yeah.
his daughter.
As soon as I saw the face, I was like, wait, valid.
Okay, it's Reed's turn, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Reed's probably
got
gonna
3
get
for
this
3.
one. What is Cyril's mom's name?
I was about to say Marva.
Now I'm low-key blanking on this one too.
I am too.
Like we just talked about her, but I think we were just calling her Cyril's mom.
It's like Penelope.
I
or something.
specifically said only referred to her as Cyril's mom while we were talking
Yeah.
about her because I knew
It's like
I had
it's
a
like
question on it.
Yo, why did I
dude.
say Penelope as well?
It's like it's literally right there. I'm pretty sure somewhere in there's an E, like an EE, and it ends with like a Y or something like that, like DCCD. Bro, it's something like. I feel like it's something like. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Okay, Chandler,
No clue.
Abiel.
Give us the first letter, my boy.
The first letter is E.
Edie.
Edna. Oh, Edie.
Ida.
Yep. Edie.
Let's go.
Edie Karn.
Hey, low-key, in defense with me and Chandler, we have not seen this in like over a year,
This is
bro.
true. This is
True.
true.
So like, don't flame us too
I
hard.
do.
bro.
I do have an upper hand here.
Okay. Chandler, what is Cassian's sister's name?
Oh, bro, that's the hardest. That might be the hardest one out of all of these so far.
Okay, I'll give you a hint. This is like a normal name that you would encounter
Megan. Megan Andor.
in the real world. My aunt is actually named this.
All right, Reed's definitely gonna get it then. Do not give him that shit.
I don't
not
but
give
I
Reed this
didn't-
question.
I didn't tell you which aunt.
I just remember him referring to her with like the when he was asking around for her. But I don't remember him saying her name.
These are hard.
These are really hard.
These are hard.
Because again, that plot line goes nowhere.
Yeah.
Maybe if they had done some payoff with it, I'd remember.
That's like my only thing in the show I don't like is they just did nothing with that, and it's like prominent in season 1. There's like a flashback all the time of it.
I don't remember her name, man.
Abiel?
I feel like it's something with a C, bro, but I'm blanking as well.
Reed?
I'm pretty sure it ends with like an E. Because I remember rewatching that season. I'm like, dude, everyone in this show's name is like a like
Canary.
like ED Canary. Like it. I'm pretty sure it has an E on the end because it's like everyone, especially in the flashback too. I don't know.
You got an aunt named Edith, bro?
Yeah, give us the first letter.
The first letter is K. 5 letters.
I mean, she calls Andor Casa, but what the hell?
Karen.
It's a
Carrie.
normal name
Carrie.
that starts with K.
It is Carrie.
Yo, this dude Reed, bro.
It is bro. Reed is
Just
Reed
end
is
it.
cooking right
If
now.
Chandler hadn't said Karen, there's no way I would have guessed Carrie.
Karen
There
Page.
will be
Because I remember it was an E.
There will be a
Who now?
chance for a large amount of points to be made at the end.
Bro.
I'll say that now.
One of you guys is gonna get that
Go
one
ahead,
right,
just-
and I lose.
Give Reed like the
Okay.
20 points, bro.
All right, Big Abe.
What's up?
Okay, Big Abe. How long was Cassian's prison sentence on Narkina 5? How long was he sentenced for?
Wasn't it like 5 years?
5 years is incorrect.
I know it.
I want to say 10 years.
20.
10 years is incorrect.
6 years.
6 years is correct.
Dang.
No way.
So
That's crazy.
close, bro.
How did you remember that?
Because I remember that it was like some stupid sentence, like because
Yeah,
he
for
was just
just-
walking around. I remembered it
Yeah.
wasn't 10 because
That's why I
6
rounded. I was just like 5.
I just
Damn.
remember last time I was watching. I'm like, can you imagine being sentenced to 6 years of your life for nothing?
For some BS.
Dang. Good one.
Thank you.
Good shit, Chan.
Okay, Reed.
I knew it was more than 5, but yeah.
What is Maud Mothma's daughter's name?
Oh. No, I'm not gonna be able to think of it, but I'm just trying to think of a guess. Oh my
Thanks,
god. Reagan.
Incorrect,
Dude.
Chandler.
Oh
I'm not
my
Reagan.
gosh.
That, though.
I can literally see it.
Yeah,
I hear
I'll
it.
be honest. I probably won't know until you give me a letter.
Abiel?
Same boat.
Okay. The first letter is L.
Lena.
Lenaria.
Shoot. Isn't it Lena?
Lily.
Lana, Lena.
It is not Lena.
Leon.
Liana.
Oh, you guys are so close.
It's not Lena?
Lena.
It's not Lena. It's
Lena.
not Lena.
Lita. Lema.
Lita.
Lita. Yo.
Bro, Reed is just throwing stuff out. And
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Real.
Should,
GG's.
Dude, Reed, you're cooking. It's Lita. Lita Mothma.
That's another one that there's no way I would remember that if you weren't giving us the letters.
Nina.
Okay, Chandler. What is the name of the Imperial doctor who tortures Bix?
Oh.
Gang, I'm cooked. There's like
yeah, this is gonna make me look like I
Good
don't.
shit,
I'm like I'm a larper,
facts,
dude.
bro.
No, these are hard. These are
We're out here
hard.
talking about, Andor's the greatest show of all time.
I know
Our
it's some
favorite.
like comically evil name, isn't it?
would
I
say
think I
so.
know it.
It's pretty.
Yo, go use the bathroom, Reed.
Season 1's fresh on the mind.
Go use the bathroom, bro.
I have no clue, man. I'm so frustrated with this.
I
Abiel?
think I know it.
If I get a piece of his formal name, can I get that?
You know his first name?
No, his title.
I don't even know his first
Doctor.
name.
Oh.
Yes, his title is Doctor.
That's it, bro. Go ahead, Reed. Go say
Reed?
your guess, my home.
Is it Dr. Hurst?
Incorrect.
Or Hurst? Okay.
Give us a
Okay.
letter.
I thought that would be close, but
Everyone be ready. I feel like someone's going to get it pretty quick. The first letter is G.
I was expecting S.
5 letters.
Is it like a Star Wars name or like a little, name we might have heard before?
I mean, it's a name that could be like a real name. It's not a super Star Wars name. But it's not a Star Wars name.
Gavin.
Any last minute throw out guesses?
I don't think I got that one.
Similar to something that Reed
I thought
said. It's similar
it's
to something Reed
Hurst.
said. It starts with a G.
Gerst.
Just start throwing stuff out. You're right there. You're right there.
Gear. Geest.
Okay,
Gerst.
that's time. It's Gorst.
Oh my gosh.
Damn, Reed, you were like
Dr.
inching on that, bro.
Because I think Hurst or Hurst is a character in season 2. I think Hurst or Hurst is the name of another character, and I thought it was that because it sounds like hurt, and Chandler said it was comically villainous. Gorst does sound villainous.
All right. Abiel. Finish
What's up,
the
bro?
quote.
Wait, isn't it me?
No, it was just me.
No, that was Chandler's.
Oh,
Finish the quote. I burn my life too.
I burn my life to.
You have to do the impression though.
Oh my god! Wait, because I'm missing on like the last two words.
It's
Or not
from
the last
it's
two
from
words, the mid
Luthen's
two words.
speech.
Yeah,
It's from
to
Luthen's speech in
Lonnie.
season 1.
I burn
You have to do the
my
impression though.
Dang. Lock in,
I know
Abiel.
the
Reed's
sunset
gonna get
to
this.
never see. I'm getting like the middle two words I can't get.
Oh, you're so close. You're so close.
I burn my life. I don't know. I feel like it's like I burn my life for a sunset I'll never see.
Okay, I'm
How
giving
many
that
words
to
am I
you.
off by?
Yeah,
I'm
give him
giving that
that.
to you. I'm
That's-
giving that to you because
Like,
it's
I know the
burn my
gist. I
life
just
to make a sunrise that I know I'll never see.
okay.
What
I'll
you
give
said
it to
is
him.
basically the same thing.
Yeah.
So I'll
It's
give
the
that
same
to you.
premise.
I knew it was those like two words. I was like,
Same premise.
oh, okay, W.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, Reed.
Thanks, guys.
What
Yo.
fake name does Cassian use on? Is it Niamos or Niamos?
Niamos.
Oh, dude, I'm cooked. Which
What
one
fake
is that?
name
Which
does
world is
Cassian
that?
use on Niamos?
Niamos is.
Which world is that?
I don't
Or
remember,
Arc.
honestly.
What arc is that from?
From season 1.
What arc is that from? From
Cassian
season
uses
1.
a
You
lot
said?
of fake names.
I don't think that's season 1.
It's called what? Neamos? What
Neamos.
happens on that planet?
That's the name of the song that Mon Mothma's dancing to.
Hey, peek.
What planet is that?
I'll look it up.
Because I know the Clem one, but I might be able to remember if I know why he's actually
He's
using
got a
the name.
super like suave name when he goes to.
Is that when he's a fashion designer, or is that Gore?
That's Gorman, and that's like a
He's a
super
fabric.
like classy name too.
Yes, bro. That guy. Give us some more spy stuff, bro. Dang. But go ahead, Reed.
I'm trying to remember what. Did you find out what that planet was?
Cassian Andor flees to Neamis to lie low using a fake identity, but he is arbitrarily arrested by Imperial forces for loitering and sentenced to
Oh,
6
it's when he's
years.
walking around. He's pretending
Okay.
he's sleeping with that alien girl in his bed. Shoot,
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, fine.
Bra-
I know exactly what
Braxta.
scene you're talking about.
Braxta. I don't know.
It's a first and last name.
Oh, is it a Star Warsy name too, or is it more common?
Super Star Warsy name. But
Oh,
you
yeah,
already
no way.
guessed, so
Yeah, I know. I was just making sure. For sudden
Chandler,
death.
Super Star Wars name.
I don't remember.
Yeah, there's no way.
I think we all know the scene.
Ben
We just don't know.
Quaterneros.
Okay.
Go
The
insert
first
that look.
name starts with K, and the second name starts with G.
Creme Grim.
Ben 10.
Ben Grimm.
Grim
Oh
Grim.
my gosh. Creme Grim.
I've missed you, Big Abe.
Yeah. Dude.
Hey G.
KG.
Dude.
Can you use the last letter of both names?
FO.
Oh, Keith Gargo. Keith
Gargo.
Grigo.
Grief Karga.
Keith.
Isn't it?
Keith Gargo. Grago.
Yo, you
I'm
guys are
giving it
actually.
to Chandler because Chandler was the first one that said it completely correctly. It's Keith Gergo.
Did I not say that?
No, you said
Gargo.
Keith Gargo.
Hey, this is honestly just a better reason to go rewatch Andor again.
I honestly
Gargo.
remember that now that Reed said it though. 'Cause I
Dude,
remember
what
him
a
telling him
great
that in
Star Wars.
court.
Movie.
I got off for a letter.
Yeah. One
I
letter.
still think
Yeah.
Reed having to like reach all the way back into his mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say
to get
Reed
that
stole
one
like
detail.
3 from me, so I
That's
don't want to
still
hear
like
it.
the craziest.
Oh
crap.
no, yeah. Okay, Chandler. There is a skull on display in Luthen's antique
Oh
shop
my gosh.
Yeah,
in season 2. Which species is it from?
I can't tell you the species name, but I can tell you that it's the same. Oh wait, skull.
It is in the scene between Dedra and Luthen.
Is it the one they're talking about? They don't draw attention to it.
It's just in the
Oh.
background.
It's
Is
in the
it the
background. It's
one-
a very notable Star Wars
Isn't
species.
it Plo Koon?
Reed knows.
It's the same
Oh, wait!
species, but I don't know the species name.
That It is not that. That is a different.
Because that's a mask, right? That's not like
Yeah.
a skull.
It's like a very obvious skull. It's a iconic
Dude.
Star Wars species.
You just unlocked a
I
memory.
want to say it's not a mythosaur.
I thought he guessed Plo Koon.
But we just established that was a mask, not a
No.
skull. Is it? I don't freaking know. Is it the? What's the one from Geonosis called? Not
Geonosian?
not the Nexu. The
Oh, there's the Reek and the Acolyte.
I was gonna say the Reek. Is it the Reek? Was that one in there? No.
You better get it, Avio.
Why am I blanking, dude? Again, this
I
has
feel
been
like I
so
have something,
long.
but it has nothing to do with it at all. Just because he said notable, I'm just gonna say.
May as well throw out a guess.
Reed, do you know? F off, bro. go use the bathroom. Let us do it.
Because when somebody said something, it unlocked a meme that I remember was circulating around when this scene came up.
Oh shoot, tell me more about that, bro.
No, I'm good.
What, bro? Spit something out, Chan.
He already guessed.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you.
Oh, Twilight.
I wish.
No.
I remember this meme going around, and it was like the funniest Star Wars meme for a while because it was being talked about that week as Andor was coming out. Everyone was talking about how Luthen had the skull of the guy that caused the downfall of the Republic, and it's Jar Jar Binks. It's a Gungan skull. Everyone was talking about how Jar Jar got killed, like all these fan theories about how Jar Jar got killed and like skinned and stuff after he gave emergency powers to Palpatine, and then Luthen got his skull.
Bro,
Gungan.
I'm gonna tweak out.
Bro, that was like the Andor meme for like a week. Everyone was making videos on that.
Oh,
All right, Abiel. Yeah.
look,
Yeah.
Chan.
Okay. I see it.
I remember the little like things. I was like,
I just remember the
It's
Plo Koon
pretty-
helmet, so I thought that's where.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Plo Koon.
that one, and then the Jedi Temple guard, the mask.
dude. All right,
Oh,
what's up,
W
George?
Easter eggs, by the way. All of Luthen's antiques.
Yeah.
And Harrison Dula, like the race, the little totem that they made.
Yeah, facts. Okay, Abiel.
Hit me with it.
What year does the Gorman
boy.
massacre take place?
No shot.
You can
Oh, wait.
work
I don't know
this
the
out.
ABYs like that, bro.
It's in BBY.
Or that shit either. Was it 35? 36?
Now, it's my guess now. Okay, I'm
Correct.
thinking. I'm trying to think. So if we have a New Hope, is 0 BBY? No, wait.
Oh shit! Dang, I was way off.
Or is Return of the Jedi 0 BBY? There's a time jump in Andor, which is a year, and then it leads directly to Rogue One, and Rogue One leads directly into A New Hope. I'm gonna say, if it's A New Hope, it's like 2 or 3 years. Like, it would be like 2 or 3 BBY. If Yavin is Return of the Jedi, I can't remember. If Yavin is Return of the Jedi, it would be like 10 BBY or something. I don't know.
Final guess?
5 BBY.
Incorrect.
One.
Chandler? Incorrect.
That's not
6.
true. It's a year time jump after the Gorman massacre into leading into Rogue One, which immediately goes
BBY.
into A New Hope, which immediately is the Battle of Yavin. So it should be 1 year before.
2 BBY.
I have it down as 2.
Unless it was more than a year
me
time jump, that's not
double-check it.
true.
Don't take that, Chan. Don't take that.
I'm not gonna
Hold on to
take
your
that.
victory, bro.
Stand on business.
I'm not gonna take
Hold on
that.
to that victory, bro.
Rogue One is an immediate follow up to the immediate last episode, which is immediately
It is.
follows up to the Battle
said-
of Yavin.
It says on Wikipedia it's 2 BBY.
Wikipedia was edited during the Acolytes episode premiering, so can we really trust it? They changed.
Yeah, I'm seeing 2
they changed
BBY as
Coyote
well.
Mundi's birthday.
What about the droid attack on the Wookiee?
What it probably was is it was 2 BBY, but then it was 1 year, and then the overlapping Rogue One stuff may have carried over to the next year. I don't know. I didn't write it. That's what I was trying to remember. Yeah, I'll give it to Chandler for that. Because that, like, it is a year time jump, so it makes sense you would guess a year. Dang, I remembered it right, I just guessed too high.
What's the one before that? Because I feel like something significant happened with like some type of year 35 or something. Or I might just be tweaking.
35 years before the Battle of Yavin.
Or like, no, like I feel like I saw like a time thing and it had like 35. And then like with the Arabesh stuff under it. That might be something.
I don't know.
That could be anything.
Okay, Reed, final question.
Yo.
What fake name does Cassian use on Gorman?
Oh my word, dude.
Dude, it's very suave if I'm remembering right.
Very suave.
Suavemente.
Greek Girgo.
Nope, not quite.
I don't know. Carmichael. Carmichael.
Carmichael's just crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Thinking of some rich name.
It is a rich sounding name.
Barentold Carmichael. That's my guess.
Oh, dude. I'm remembering like that cafe scene, bro.
Yeah. You remember he's getting fed the information in his earpiece, who he is and what his name is.
Yes, bro. Like the droid. That scene was peak, bro. Gorman. When he was like leaving Coruscant,
when he's
and like the droid was telling him all that crap.
Yep. He's getting.
And I was like, "Yo, first off, like
earpiece," and they repeat the information multiple times.
Side note, like you having to like as a spy to like remember all that is crazy.
Oh,
like you have to pretend like you're living this.
I remember
this
thinking
person.
that. I was like,
dude, I couldn't do it. I don't think I could do it, bro.
Okay, guesses, Chandler.
Carmichael.
This is Carmichael, bro. I got none off the dome, bro. Hit us with that letter.
All right, first letter. Oh, it's 2 names, by the way. The first letter of the first name is V. First letter of the second name is S.
Oh, man.
Valyrian Steel.
Okay, the first name kind of sounds like it could be from Westeros.
Had it for
It sounds similar to Valyrian.
I don't remember.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know if I'm getting that one.
I think that might go to nobody.
Alrighty, it's going to no one. The answer is Varian Sky.
No shot. I would have got that. No way.
No, I totally remember the name. I just pulling that shit out the dome is crazy.
So the end of the point totals at the end of the first round. Reed has 6. Chandler has 4. Abiel has 1.
Yo, Chandler's coming back.
I have one more question for each of you, and each of these are worth 10 points.
What the heck?
The heck? So how are they harder than the ones that we've been doing, bro?
They are harder.
Ain't no way.
They're harder.
For Reed, bro.
So, I mean, if only one of you gets one right, you win the game.
Yeah.
That is
sudden death.
Insane. Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
All that lore pull for it could all be for nothing. I'm like losing.
These are stupidly hard. So I don't expect you to get them, but it's a last ditch shot.
Try it.
Okay? Chandler, are you ready?
No.
How many Gormans are killed in the Tarkin massacre?
That's when he landed his Star Destroyer on them.
Yeah.
I want to say it's not like an insane amount. I'd say
7 billion.
40.
Incorrect. These ones are
okay.
These ones are just one person gets to try. That's it.
What was
40 is incorrect. The answer is 500.
Mm.
Abiel.
Dang.
I was gonna guess like 10,000 or something.
I was gonna guess 130, but that's it.
Abiel.
What's up?
How many ISB supervisors are seated around the conference table during Dedra's first staff meeting?
Does that imply at her last staff meeting there's a different number?
This is the kind of
Maybe.
stuff they'd ask you on your freaking ACT, bro.
I'd say 16.
That's pretty
That's not a
close,
bad
actually.
guess.
It's pretty
I
close.
mean, that
The
table's
answer
not huge.
was, answer was 12.
Oh, damn.
Give it to him.
Okay, read.
Nah, that's crazy.
What is the first line that Cassian speaks in the series?
I'm looking for information.
Yo. That's actually not bad, Chan.
I mean, that's what I was gonna say. Is I'm looking for information, or like, have you seen
Alright, bro.
have you seen my sister or something? Because that's what the whole show. That's the first scene of the show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need specifics on this one.
Okay, so I'm close.
Um,
Oh, he's
Before you
talking to
tell
that girl. He's talking to that girl in the club, and he's asking. He's like, "What do you know about this girl?" Or have you seen this girl or something? Have you seen
doesn't
Carrie Andor?
doesn't he like?
Or what do you know about Carrie Andor?
I don't think he name drops her. I think he describes her as like a red-haired woman or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. That's as close as I'm gonna get.
Okay, the answer I was looking for is I'm looking for a girl.
Dang,
But that-
bro. Holy balls.
I thought too far into it, bro.
You were close.
I
You were
knew
literally on there, bro.
because we talked about it earlier that Chandler was talking about that story didn't go anywhere. Yeah, I just thought too far into it.
All right, that's it.
Girl.
Reed
Yo,
takes the
GG's, but,
victory.
like, holy,
He
like,
does. He
But I
did
will
have.
say-
He did have an advantage.
I was gonna say, considering Chandler was only 2 points behind, and he's watched
yeah.
this way farther away than I have.
Great performance.
So that feat was crazy, pulling that shit literally from your brain.
Yeah.
Oh
I had
yeah.
to think for like 2 seconds. Hold up.
Mm.
Calculating.
When you pull
Yo, GG's though.
Canary,
Peak
bro.
episode.
Yeah, dude, that was
It.
easily our longest episode. We're at 3 hours and 10
Oh, yeah.
minutes.
Oh
Uh,
my
Felt
word.
seamless
My gosh.
We
for
topped
us.
their
I'm not
longest
gonna
by
lie.
We were
30
yapping
minutes.
today. We had a lot to talk about though.
And guess what? If we went episode by episode, oh man,
Yeah.
this
Oh,
would
yeah.
have been way
Can
longer.
I say one quick thing before we log off? It's kind of a
Oh.
U-turn. I just saw this earlier and I just remembered it. They already have the Emmy nominations in. Anthony Starr was not nominated for an Emmy.
Yeah, that's wild.
And they
Whoa.
didn't nominate Maul Shadow Lord for animation.
Damn.
All right, where's the Emmy headquarters, bro? I'm walking in there like Andor. I'm walking in there like grief, like Creef
Keith.
Girgo.
Keith
Like Keith Gergo.
Good. That I can't believe Chandler pulled that.
Valerian
Yeah, that
Sky.
I'm walking in like Varian Sky.
I'm walking like
The
Cyril
fashion
Karn.
designer.
Yo, but holy snub though. Like the boys was a lot, but at least Anthony Starr, he was always on that.
Oh,
Facts.
he does. Yeah,
I thought for sure he was at least gonna get one of like the Legacy Awards because he's done it for like years now.
Which is
That's crazy.
Just wait. Just wait. We're gonna be cheering on Rhaenyra next year.
Emma Darcy.
Emma Darcy
The
and
baddie.
Olivia Cook.
You know what's
Matt
crazy, bro?
Smith.
Like we didn't even talk about like season 1 that much.
No.
So like
I
if
need
we
to
were to
rewatch.
go into like a full Andor
Dude,
debate,
it's so good. Oh, Andor House of Dragon.
Both.
Andor,
Oh.
and that one too. Honestly, dude, for House of Dragon season 1, I feel like the show for me didn't really pick up until they were adults. But that's because like
Hmm.
I didn't.
It's a lot of
expect
world
this.
building. It's a
Yeah.
lot of setting stuff up. I will say though, having just rewatched Andor season 1, I think the maybe not worst because there's no bad episode of Andor. The slowest is the first 2, and then like the first 2 on Aldhani are the first on Aldhani. Because then on Aldhani you get the eye, and then the third episode is where him and Luthen team up and escape Cyril. After that, it's like the show's peak. But from what I'm remembering, like season 1 is so good, dude. The Narkina 5 stuff.
Dude, I'm ready to have
Yeah,
Gus on
season
next
one's
week.
great.
Dive into some Lord of the
Facts.
Rings stuff, some more Star Wars stuff, some food brackets,
yeah.
some games. It'll
Dude,
be more
no,
of a
we
fun
can talk-
episode.
We can talk to Gus about Lord of the Rings, Andor, and House of the Dragon. I guarantee he's watching it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Bro, and also like when you
Yeah.
talked about Andy Serkis, I was like, damn, bro, like I forget how goated he is because he's doing. I'm not in full support of that hunt for Gollum, but at least he's in charge of it, So
True. I'm just
it's not in
excited.
horrible
Like
hands.
we can now finally recap House of Dragon each week.
Yo,
Yeah.
facts.
Dude,
That's gonna
and
be-
like looking at next year, Lord of the Rings could be bad, but next year we are getting a Lord of the Rings, a Star Wars, multiple DC and multiple Marvel movies in theaters in 1 year. That is
Let's
like
go, baby.
Yeah.
but even
next
like
year is going to be
yeah,
generational.
we've been eating really good. We've been eating
We've
really
been
good.
eating this year.
Yeah.
I won't lie though, I don't know if it's just me, but I know you guys want to see Supergirl, but I still have like no need or like ambition to watch it.
It's just
You know
the
what I mean?
most
I've
middle of
heard-
the road
Go
movie.
see it. Go see
Yeah.
it though, just to
Go see
support
it.
the DCU.
I've just heard so much like crap about it, bro. The only good thing
It's
is that
worth
like
watching.
Millie Alcock. That's the only.
She's so good, bro.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah,
I definitely
worth
will
watching,
watch it at some
sure.
point. Was Disclosure Day good at all? Because I've been hearing y'all.
Just watch it,
You're
bro.
gonna make this
It's
a
not that
6-hour
bad.
episode.
Okay, my bad.
It's literally
to
not
watch
that
it.
bad. Just go watch it.
Dude,
can skip
Death of
it,
Robin
bro.
Hood got out of theaters so quickly over here.
It's
at least.
already out of theaters.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, it got
I
out
was
of
gonna
theaters
go
like
see it and I
so
couldn't.
quickly, like 2 weeks in, it dipped.
I'm gonna
I
have
was
to
like,
do
what the
that
hell?
for the Gale
Dude, did it like
celebrity
crash
movie.
then?
You said what, Chan? I think so. Reed.
It only made $6 million.
I gotta watch Gale Daughtry before it goes out of theaters.
Gail Daughtry
budget-
was good.
The budget for Robin Hood, was only 20 million, which is surprising because the trailers looked phenomenal, but it only made 6 million.
Even I didn't hear about it until you told me about it, and I was like, let me see. So marketing.
I kind of wanted to go watch that.
Me too, bro. Like
Dude,
literally the
A20
third week.
Dude, A24 either like cooks or they just like dish out slop, like 10
But they-
movies in a year.
Dude, they sold out.
But when
and,
they
like,
cook, they cook, bro.
They're
Wait
using
until
like
their Elden Ring
AI
movie.
facts, but like, look, they sold out to like AI, right? And everyone's like, we're not the best audience for that, And everyone's like, they're trying to start up an A25 out of spite.
I mean,
because
it
A24 did that crap.
has a 67% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 56% audience score, so it's not like it's the worst movie ever. Like,
It's just like a redemption type thing. Like, yeah, that's literally it's a hero, very Logan style.
crazy.
All right, we got to wrap this up, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so
It's
much.
been real, y'all.
If you stayed this long, I know it's the longest episode we've done so far, but this has
By far.
probably been my favorite episode we've done so far.
Heck yeah. Make some nice clips.
If you're listening on Spotify, please consider following so you get updates whenever we post. Feel free to comment if you have any thoughts or opinions, if you agree or disagree on something. And check out our YouTube if you'd like to watch the video version of this. And we also have a TikTok and Instagram at the Drop in the Bucket podcast that you can check out for updates, more consistent posts throughout the week, that kind of thing. But
We definitely have more. We have a ton of facial reactions and physical reactions to stuff that each other says, especially if it's a bad take. So if you like what you hear, you can watch YouTube and get a little bit more of that.
absolutely.
Yes, sir.
And we'll be back next episode with Gustavo. He was
Yes, sir.
our first guest, and he's returning, so excited to have him.
Return of the Gus, bro.
Thank you guys.
Out of the gullet. Yo, peak.